Greetings, everyone. What's going on? How are you all doing today? Darmo, what's good, man? How are you? Hey, Nini, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Cosmic, what's going on, dude? Always good to see you. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me check on my camera. Looks like we're good camera wise. Excellent. And let me make sure the game comes up properly. Game does come up. Awesome. We're all good. Let me pull up my chat. What's going on, everybody? Had a pretty decent day at work. Hoping we can go ahead and get through a full playthrough of Tyranny today. Finally bring this thing to a close. Greg, what's up, man? I missed the early shift. We're being able to catch a Slatter stream in the morning. I got 6 weeks of it in a row now. Always appreciate seeing you, man. Hope you're doing all right. Threed, what's up? As you giggle psychotically, whatever I'm called, chaotic evil. Nice. What's going on, Gifu? How are you? All right, so in the last stream, we finally entered Act 3, and I'm pretty sure we're getting to the last part of the game. So I'm going to do everything in my power to go ahead and clean this up tonight. We'll see how it goes, though. Boss Page, what's up, man? The Lord, how are you? Well, let's go. Yeah, always good to see you, dude. Trying to piss everyone off, you just do this from not judging the way. I'm just curious. Casting any of as well is a good way to shine a beacon on yourself or paint the target. I saved your skin, didn't I? Come on now. Sure did. For now, like I said, I'm not trying to prod you or suggest you made a wrong call. As someone likes to say discreet until she has opened and strike a killing blow, I find your little public gesture of dominance, well, quaint, charming in a dumb way. Wow. You'll be all right, girl. Had my first week at a new campus today. Nice, but I'm totally flattened with a chest infection. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, dude. Would have missed going in for the world, but the Nurgle blessings inhibited my first impressions. I'm sorry to hear it, Cosmic. Hope you get over it soon, dude. Someone clip your discovery of the speed button. No, we're gonna leave that alone, 3. You didn't even need to bring it up. I see Dragon Age Origins is winning the poll. Oh yeah, it absolutely crushed Disco Elysium, and I think it did Ghost of Tsushima even worse. So looks like we'll be doing Dragon Age Origins as our next game, which I'm totally cool with. Totally cool with. The dark silhouette before you coalesces into the form of blood and mark. Daggers held in either hand, the Archon of Shadow steps toward you with a confident stride.
Fatebinder. No. Archon. Welcome back to Ashfield. You've been busy.
Hey, look at him, addressing me by my proper title. His eyes brightened with interest.
You cast an edict and became an Archon of something different indeed. You're not some wild talent breathing fire, pissing mercury, or transforming into an animal. You're tapping into the Overlord's vein of magic. Not many can walk as we do in the darkness. Not many can keep their sanity in a state of eternal night. Because you've proven you can, I'll give you this. The written testimony of a sage in witness at the Edict of Nightfall's proclamation several centuries ago. Figure out how to cast it, and in that region, we'll be unstoppable. Now there isn't an Archon in the tiers who isn't considering how best to handle you.
What do you know of my abilities?
I know they make you a threat, and Kairos usually has me bury threats early in life. Most with wild talents have a knack for just one or two things. Shadows in my case, songs in the case of Mistress Siren. You, however, can manifest a different sort of power.
Different how?
You didn't just proclaim an edict that Kairos prepared, you cast one of your own creation.
After experiencing Kairos' edicts firsthand, they simply made perfect sense to me.
Edicts make sense to you? By Kairos' fist, you make it sound easy. Then again, perhaps that is your gift, a knack for imitating the magic of others. Either way, none other than the Overlord have been known to work edicts. Until now, that is.
I love Ghost of Tsushima, but yeah, Dragon Age Origins over it. Interesting. Okay. It's just on the community tab of YouTube. Yeah, it's just on the community tab. So I ran 2 polls. First I did, do you all want me to stream Dragon Age Origins or Disco Elysium? Dragon Age Origins 1 hand over fist. But I had completely forgotten that Ghost of Tsushima is supposed to come out tomorrow. So I was like, oh, you know what? That might be a lot of people on the channel who are interested in that. That's actually a game I do plan to play at some point. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just try that out. So I did a poll like, all right, I know y'all like Dragon Age over Disco Elysium, but how about Ghost of Tsushima? Especially since that hasn't been on PC. Do you all want to see that? And nope, absolutely mopped the floor with Ghost, apparently. Waiting for that DLC for Rather Rising with bated breath. Yeah, I'm going to be releasing a video about that tomorrow because they released information on half of the archetypes. So for those who aren't already aware, Drunken Master has been confirmed to be one of the archetypes that's going to be with the new DLC. What's going on, Demons? Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow. Did enjoy this playthrough. Normally it calls you here for a fight to the death. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Cairo says you kill would-be Archons?
Sometimes the order is to kill, sometimes I observe and recruit. It's essential to find your competition early. Festering rivals are bad for the peace of the Empire.
And what about you? Are you also wondering how to handle me?
I handled you long before you became an Archon. We're on the same side. Mine.
Ha 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 ha! Good. I feel completely reassured by your words.
We'll talk about it later. The point is, I'm not the Archon you should be worried about next.
So level with me. What would convince you to swear fealty to me over Tunnan?
If you want me to forsake the old man, you'll need to do what he ought to have done ages ago. Slay the voices of Nerat and Graven Ash. If you're as powerful as I fear you are, let's see you put that strength to good use and rid the world of two festering problems.
I wouldn't expect you to make such a decision lightly. I'll return when the work is done.
Good hunting, Archon.
Blooded Mark bows his head to you before seeping completely into the darkness. That's interesting. Okay, so deal with them first, and then go to Tunnan. All right, I got no issue with that. Ghost of Tsushima is considered a modern gem. The fact that Origins won the poll just goes to show how good BioWare was back then. Yeah, I'm going to have to circle back to Ghost for sure. Titan Fighter. Yeah, Titan Fighter is actually the archetype that I'm most interested in. What I'm really hoping is you can get the ability to have two-handed weapons right at level 1. So you could just do a dip into it. And then I could just switch over to a class that lets you mount an animal, because what I really want is to be like on some sort of giant pet while I also have two-handed blades in either hand and just whack away mercilessly at people. That's what I'm really hoping the game will allow me to do. This is to say, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Drunken Master is confirmed. Yeah, and it should be absolutely fantastic. The question will be, will Monk allow us to play as a chaotic character? You know, usually when you play as a monk, you are forced to go the lawful route. And that just doesn't make sense to me for Drunken Master. Sounds like I'll be making at least one more run at Wrath of Righteous. Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about maybe live streaming another playthrough, but doing it where I'll skip the dialogue in the first 2 acts, and it won't be until Act 3 where we're like, all right, we'll slow down and see everything that's happening. Windborn ash assaulted your senses even before you reached River's Break. By the time the farmstead came into view, the burning smell was joined by those of charred, rotting flesh and blasted vegetation. The house stands in ruins, the plaster cracked and blackened. Verse steps forward, arms slack at her sides, mouth slightly agape. What the Kairos-loving shit? What happened here? Fire by the looks of it. No small flame either. Let's poke around. Maybe there's something here that'll give us a better sense of who did this and why. There was one person I never found from her little quest, right? Trial smoldering corpse of an older woman. Ooh, Essa. Fuck. Verse sinks to her knees in the ashes and touches the charred and peeling face. After a moment of silence, she looks up to you, then shakes her head. Could have given her a clean death, and instead she ends up here, burned alive. That's mercy for you. She glances down her blackened palms. We'll find whoever did this. Let's. I've got some questions that need answers. Here's hoping those bastards don't want to talk. I really hope they don't want to talk. She pops her knuckles, nodding. I can make them answer any questions you ask first. All you have to do is ask nicely. Siren smiles sweetly, though her eyes harbor a wicked gleam. Stay out of it, song brat. Fine, if you want to get blood, more blood, all over those rags you call clothes, I'm not going to stop you. She smirks.
Not happening.
Investigate the ruined home. Shattered crates.
These were here before, weren't they?
Brown.
Can't say they seem very useful now.
Deep gouges mar this door frame. Someone pried this door open, someone with iron. She runs a finger along the door frame. The disfavored may have collective brain capacity of a crate filled with stone, but they treat their weapons like each one is the daughter of Kairos. Few slivers of blackened iron hide embedded in the splinters. The corner of the ruined home seems particularly charred. Look at this, Fate Binder. First points at the blasted remnants of the wall. I've seen a lot of fires in my time, and this is that very special pattern of burning that only happens with magic. She kneels, fingers running over the ashes. See these marks? Sigil work, and too clean for blood chanters. Probably a sage, were I to guess. Sages did this. If you know of another organized society of magic users who like to control information, I'll happily look their way. Good eye indeed. I believe this was done with the sigil of fire by the way of the Sun Queen, as opposed to that of Thousand Embers, erratic brand of fire. You can tell by the tin pattern at the burn edges. The overall blast pattern suggests a thorough understanding of modern expressive techniques, while he blinks, dropping into silence. And now I'm boring us all. Apologies. Overall, behind the
Is there anything
tree,
better
seems
than
like
the
lights
old
from the fire,
familiar
the stench
scent of a
charred wood
burned-out
haunts the air.
farmhouse? What?
Faint tracks disturb the soil. Nice find, Binder. Verse sinks to one knee. These tracks are faint. Even with the earth as dry as it is, whoever let them was traveling light. They couldn't have carried much gear. Her attention turns to the eastern horizon. A small bed of rocks
Nice
guts from
rocks
the
you
rough
found
dirt.
there, Fate Binder. Maybe we should keep searching. Unless you think they started the fire.
Oh, wait. Cranes. What a mess. Whoever came here decided to throw down among themselves. If that doesn't scream Scarlet Chorus, I'm the last queen of Apex. At least when I led chorus games, they focused on the enemy instead of one another, she laughs quietly.
We've got a burned farmstead and multiple fire wards set around it. That reeks of our missing fire mage Catorius.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
chorus and disfavored shit all over the place. Given how shoddily maintained the iron is, I'm guessing it's all chorus shit.
Could Catorius have been conscripted?
We can always ask him when we find him, assuming I let him live long enough to form an answer. The nearest stronghold is a sad little pile of palisades on the edge of the contested lands called Fort Squander. The disfavored used to hold those walls, so that could go a ways towards explaining their arms being scattered around here. Come on, we've got a sage to track.
You okay? You seem a little intense.
Yeah, the fire. It reminds me of Red Geyser.
She bites her lower lip. Is this supposed to work this way, where it's not until the very, very last act, right before you really want to deal with the Archons, that she brings this up? Because honestly, it's kind of odd that the game is not, to me, at this point in the game, this quest should have come up earlier, I feel like. At this point in the game, I should just be going after the Archons, but instead I have to do this. Okay. Sounds like I'll be mailed. Yep, looking for... BioWare had the Midas test for sure. Mm-hmm. Let that Ghost of Tsushima game now. Don't know if my 3060 Ti can handle it. Good question. If I confirm, yeah, and it looks awesome. I'm definitely going to have a video releasing tomorrow, Lori, that talks about all of the archetypes they've announced. We understand the appeal of using two-handers. I'd rather use one four-hander. We can only get so much, Cosmic. But instead of gold, it's... First two acts are such a slog. It's because they fired 99% of the team. It's unfortunate. Lorende, what's going on? Looks like Dale has won the voting poll. Yep. Apparently there's a lot of people who still have fond memories of that game. It's a pure I had 1,600 hours in Raphael, only one completed playthrough. It was a pure two-handed fighter demon, just smacking people. That's crazy, Gifu. So, also you finished this demon, so you haven't even finished as any of the good aligned mythic paths. That's insane. That's insane. Moonlight, what's going on? Always good to see you. Tabletop Pathfinder I played was Drunken Monk Vital Strike build. Nice. D&D was Drunken Master. I think all the companions pop quest here. Really? Because, well, you know what? Now I think about it, Barrick also had his quest. Yeah, that's so odd. Things just completely broke out. You just received word that all the Archons want you dead. Like, to me, this would definitely be a time where you would be focusing on the main story. But, all right, whatever. What's going on, Sunset? How are you? Tell me about her.
She loved fire. Loved it more than any other fury. Loved it more than the blood chanters, maybe. They twist and pull it, summon it. She made a partner of it. Let it lead her dance.
Modded bits, you mean for Dragon Age Origins? Yeah, I'm definitely going to install some of the mods. In fact, some people might be upset. I'm pretty sure there's a mod that changes Morgan to look much more like the actress she's actually based on. I think I'm going to go ahead and install that.
Once she lured these Azure scouts into a clearing. They're tracking this lone woman, then all around them torches blaze. Geyser sets these pitch-headed arrows to the flames before putting them into one of the scouts' eyes. An arrow per eye, hissing and popping. Then she charges into the scouts with this burning crescent, this axe, the head as long as your arm and pitched. They swing at her, but it's all fire and blood to her. She shoulders them aside and we take them apart. That's where she got her name. The spray from an opened neck.
I wish I'd seen it.
To look at her back, at her chest. No one would fault you for mistaking her for a man of labor. 8 more than the rest of us combined. All she took to with everything in her. She was obsessed with proving herself to the voices. He'd given her this second life in the Howling Choir, and she was gonna make good and fucking sure that she earned it every day. She was one of the good ones, Binder. As good as anyone on this filthy peninsula. I'm glad I got to tell you about her. She lives on a bit in that. Now, let's be off.
First cracks her knuckles and nods. Yeah, weird. I got a quest for her and I got a quest for Barrick, but nothing for Siren or for Lantry. Versus Red Geyser stance has been upgraded. Isn't that nice? Played Angel and stopped because it felt too OP. Played Azada and stopped because Abu wasn't voiced. Some people are never satisfied. That new Titan Fighter class, right? You'll be able to dual wield glaives. Yep, that's what it seems like. Bears can't be completed until Ash is dealt with. Yep, I know. I'm gonna give him the boot. Almost the same for Azada. Is there a mod for Ogren? What do you mean? What kind of mod?
Not happening.
Look if I had a way in if I wanted one. So a mod that makes Fleming look like her true self. Where's what about your pen? Nothing for Beast Woman either. No, but I didn't actually really talk to her though. It's gonna be a crazy fight that we're making a build. That's what I'm hoping. Oh Lord, I'm hoping I can just do a 1-level dip into it and then get something that can mount. There's a mug of ale at random times. I already had a lot of cut dialogue, and a mod restored it. I'll definitely check that out. Have a base game. Only Verse and Barrick have a base game companion quest. Got you. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Damn. This place is manned by a skeleton crew. Could be that half the requirement aren't rating, but I don't like it. Either way, this is our best opportunity to get in. Subterfuge, unless it's a trap. Never far from my mind, but it pays to be on one's toes. Let's get in there and see what the deal is. Uh-oh. Blood stains the wall thick and layered. Interesting. Ooh, there's somebody there's gonna need killing. Wait, are they saying I'm already?
You got it.
No, I'm not.
Will do.
You got it.
And there we go.
Your days, man.
Oh, he went down.
This is embarrassing.
Super quick.
Well, before the
Whoa, why is Siren wounded? When did that happen? I don't remember that happening at all. Oh, damn. These dudes are getting
You won't enjoy
destroyed.
this as much as I do.
Okay. First, I wish you would stop doing that. Landry got one of the DLC and everyone else got nothing. You know, as much as I really like this game, there are definitely some aspects of it that feel half-baked. Which is all the more reason why it's unfortunate we might never get a sequel. Where is everybody? Half a dozen corpses, bearing his favorite brands.
Not happening.
Oh, he's already here. How nice. Smart iron weapons. What's the deal? A man spins to meet you as you enter the core of the stronghold, his carbon black skin gleaming with a sheen of sooty sweat. Sweeps of gray ash smear his red robes, and he grasps in his hand the staff of a blood chanter, orange flames licking its length. Verse, Archon. His eyes flicker to you, and he bows his head slightly. Do you know who I am and why I'm here? That should make things quick and easy. Her eyes shimmer with the reflected light of Pretorius' flame. Pretorius? What a pleasure. Lantry scratches at his arm with the point of his quill. Lantry, I see your tumescent support of the Overlord hasn't withered with age. I am but a simple servant to a fate binder. He offers his open palms, empty of all save smeared ink and the quill dangling from between two fingers. And I'm the Archon of youth everlasting. He chuckles, a sound not unlike gravel shaken in a bag. To Lantry, introductions are in order. Archon, allow me to introduce Pretorius the Younger, sage of the school of ink and quill, master of the pyrrhic arts. He bows slightly, flourishing his hand towards the fire mage. Younger than what? The tears? Siren raised an incredulous brow. Pretorius, this is Joker, the Archon of, well, of the Mountain Spire, I suppose. A pleasure, Archon. He bows slightly, but doesn't take his eyes off of you or Verse. You seem pretty damn matter-of-fact about it for someone whose remaining life is measured in hours. So long. You think I'm going to make it quick, kindly cock? No, I'm going to save it as nice and slow. She barks out a laugh. Pretorius rings his staff with both hands and regards you with narrowed eyes. How did I come to earn your unbridled enmity? You let Crocus live, and he was easily the worst of us. That wasn't my fucking call. Versa's weapon appears in her hands. Hold, Fury. Aren't you the slightest bit curious about why the man who killed your Fury friends holds a tent in the middle of a Kairos forsaken Scarlet Chorus encampment? He holds out a flat, filthy palm. What about the severed heads? What do you mean, Moonlight? What do you mean about the severed heads? That stops verse short. Her eyes, when she looks to you, have widened with doubt. It's all been a ruse. Ruse? What are you even talking about? Verse blinks at you. Narad has his glowing green talons in him. I wonder how little his dignity costs. A scroll? A sigil? Siren shakes her head. Clever, Archon. I'd heard that the adjudicator trains his agents well in the arts of reason. The sage nods. Simply put, I am a creature of the voices of Narad. The voices? What are you trying to say? The chorus took me and everyone in my village almost 4 years ago, my wife included. I think you'd like Marion. She was not wrapped up in all of this. She's broad of shoulders, muscled like a beast woman, her spirit full of oil and fire. He taps his staff thoughtfully. Let me guess, the voices used her to control you. Muscle matters in the chorus, but a vicious killer is just a pawn to the Archon of Secrets. Only knowledge truly matters. That made me valuable to them. Marion, less so. He stares into the magical flame coiling at the head of his staff. So you cut a deal. Her upper lip curls back, revealing a sharp, yellowed canine. I told them I'd do whatever they wanted, so long as they kept her out of their more sacrificial operations. He let loose another long sigh, shoulders sinking slightly, as if under a great burden. As a tearsman and a sage, I could go places the voices people couldn't, join causes that they couldn't. Long before the Tarkus clan reached an agreement with the sages to slaughter the garrison in Vengeance Well Citadel, I helped Tarkus Demos plan his resistance. The voices allowed the Oathbreakers to slaughter the Koros expendable gangs as distractions for their true objective. The voices thought Verse and her sisters expendable. Bullshit. Each Fury is worth 24 conscripts. A sisterhood that dances together like ours? There's no more vicious force on the whole fucking field of war. I think you're right, or something like right. We weren't supposed to kill you, and we weren't supposed to take you alive. The voices wanted you to witness your squad's deaths. The sage nods vigorously. But you didn't kill us. You took Geyser. Versus words carry the chill of winter. We captured one of you, yes. Arissa wanted to finish her off as a warning. Crocus thought we could sell her. I sided with him and suggested a ransom to the Archon of Secrets. That's what we did. I got your friend home to the voices. His gaze rises to Verses. You expect us to believe Narak cared enough about one of his own to purchase her back? I'm not sure it matters what you believe. You lie. Red Geyser, my sister, is dead. Mismatched eyes glare from beneath the lowered brow. If so, she was killed after we left her with the Archon. Which I suppose brings us to the present. The voices left me standing orders. If you ever figured out the truth of it, I was to bring you to them. So that's what happens next. He rubs the bridge of his nose. Which is why I've kept you talking until the reinforcements return from patrol. In the brief silence that follows, you discern quiet chatter and the sound of boots on dry earth from elsewhere in the fort. Help us, and we'll help you. If I don't bring you back, it doesn't matter whether or not I died in the trying. The voice on the right will murder Marion. He lifts his staff, and the flames along its length brighten, illuminating runes burned into the wood. The only other way to save her would be to kill the Archon of Secrets. Then we kill the Archon of Secrets. There are more soldiers coming into the fortress now than you felled on your way to me. Yet, if anyone can kill the Archon of Secrets, it would be you. His chapped lips purse. Not me, us. But first we have to get free of here. Then this conversation is over, right? Murderous anger flickers with reflected flame in her eyes as she glares hungrily at Catorius. What do you want, Verse? I trust you to make the right call. Easiest choice I've ever made. I'm going to enjoy this dance, Catorius, for Red Geyser. Verse grins at Catorius. That's a damn shame, Archon. Looks like your friendship with this chorus rat will be your demise. He raises his staff at the sound of the approaching chorus gangs grows louder. Interesting that she doesn't believe him at all and is not even interested in trying to find out more about what he said. Highway, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. I haven't had a chance to catch a stream lately because I started a new job. Whoa! That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Well, so what's the new job? What do you? What's your responsibility? Oh, he went down.
We will add your ashes to the heaping of the dead.
Oh, snap. I only saw these two. I didn't even realize there was a guy right in front. I think you have to drag Versicatorus to the Archon and get it straight from his mouth. Interesting. I kind of feel like you're probably right. Question is... Nah. We're going to stick with things as is. Let's see what happens if I've already killed them. If she still gets some sort of resolution. It'd be weird if being merciful is the only way to get more information about what happened. We'll find out. And if worse comes to worse, I might have to look at how that resolves. But we're gonna go with this.
Damn thing couldn't pierce claw.
Damn thing couldn't pierce claws. She should not be getting that message anymore. She should be able to pierce through everything. Damn. Oh, and he sniped that dude.
What the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
I don't know, Donald. I'm tired of you complaining.
Clean up, you little shit.
Oh, snap. I didn't even realize you were standing over there, but...
I'm on it.
There we go. Tactician at a medical
Damn
clinic.
thing couldn't pierce
Neurology
claw.
department. It's been good so far. Nice! That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. We have an update on where escape for squander. Okay. So that in your ballast holes, you bird bone scrotum shits. First makes a series of creative hand gestures. Her voice shatters the thick silence that had fallen over the palisades. Victoria screw his stupid wife to screw the Archon of secrets. You still with me, Verse? Ezekiel, what's going on, man? Thank you for the $5 donation. You are my dream hobby. It will make me complete a lot more games. Yeah, I understand. Luckily, I was already the type of person to complete games before I got into this, but it definitely makes me think about it a lot more. The end of the month is going to be kind of chaotic. There's like 2 or 3 different games coming out that I'm interested in doing content for. We're going to have Capes. We're going to have Scald. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll have Wrath of the Righteous DLC as well. So I'm going to have to be playing quite a few games in these upcoming weeks. Actually, I'm handling the EEGs. It's really interesting. Nice, nice. That's awesome, dude. It's really awesome. Happy to hear it, man. I'm silent. Suddenly awake is it with the voice I listen when I'm supposed to. Guess I ignore the complexities. I can't operate solely on gut instinct. I don't think I'm strong enough to move on. All right, taught the verse at the mountain spire. All right, looks like that's over. Well, you know what? Let's see what happens when we deal with the verse afterwards. Cacophony. Let's go ahead and take out verse. I think that's what we do here anyway. Scavengers, investigate. Investigate. Shimmer, clothing. Invoking Cairn. Speak to them. What are y'all doing out there? How many rings to purchase those crystals? We notice all the gifts of the man of the mountain. You mind if I join you? Okay. Also, getting that first Road Trader DLC, is it? Yeah, it should be the Death Cold Assassin one, I believe, but that's not the one that's coming out first, and they already confirmed that DLC is not coming out until the end of the summer. So it's going to be a while before I have to worry about that one. Has your enjoyment of the game improved or declined the further you get through it? Improved. I'm definitely a fan of this game. I think it's got a great power curve. Does a really good job of making you feel powerful. So, absolutely, I think I think this game is fantastic. The only issue is there's definitely a feeling, you get a greater sense of how incomplete the game is the further you get into it. All right. And so that's the only like drawback that I would probably mention. Like, there are definitely some times where I say to myself, seems like this game could use this. Like, the party members should probably be a little bit more fleshed out than they actually are. But at the end of the day, I love it. And honestly, it more than anything, it probably makes me like a little sad, you know, at the possibility that we won't ever get a true sequel and consequently a true conclusion to this story, when I feel like it honestly really deserves it. And I don't necessarily blame people for not playing this, because there is a lot of it that feels incomplete. So, you know, it's by no means a perfect game, but I am definitely a fan, and I would love to see Obsidian take another crack at it. But
come at me, I'll tear your scalp.
we're handling business. I'm trying to think of a game where I feel like it started on a high, and then the more I played it, the worse it got. It's hard to remember something like that, because honestly, I do a pretty good job of, for the most part, playing games I feel at least relatively sure that I'm actually going to enjoy. I usually, if I feel like there's any real possibility that a game isn't going to be my thing, I don't bother. Just play around with it and let people just take and waste your money. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. No.
Damn thing could kill. Damn thing could pierce cloth.
Is that something I can pick up? Nope, it's not. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was stuttering. I didn't realize that it actually falls. Oh, I think I'm.
Damn thing could pierce
bust.
cloth.
How are they wounding me like that? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't like it. Ooh, somebody exploded and it was ugly to see. Front voices. Do we have a wound? No, okay, we don't have a wound. We're good. Any Scarlet Course who have not yet earned a spike are left to hang from the cliff wall until death comes for them. Wasn't that unfortunate?
Destroy them!
JV, what's going on? How are you, dude? All game makes me feel like there was some plot twist planned for Tyranny to involve Kairos. Yep. Never explain why Kairos doesn't just end you despite you being an obvious threat. Yep. Yep. And that's the thing. Like, as far as a game where you never see the villain, they do such an amazing job of making Kairos someone who's really intriguing, someone you want to know more about. Like, honestly,
curious.
Even though you never see the villain,
No dice.
I feel like this game does a great job of establishing a villain, which is kind of crazy to say.
No dice.
Definitely crazy to say. All right. I already did a save, but you know what? We'll just do an extra one. It's all good. All right. And let's make sure we get our buffs on.
You got it.
That's one.
Yeah, let's do some of that. Especially if Siren has seen Kairos. Yep, that too. Like, I really wanted Siren to be able to get her revenge. Well, he's sitting in his chair, chilling.
Your campaign ends here, maggot of unreason. We have no intention of joining the uncounted corpses littered in your path. We love to see an agent of the court shatter their bonds and declare their sovereignty. But you would have been better served wearing red. The gangs need more talent like yours. At least we can make an example of you that others will remember.
Yep, I definitely agree, Highway. Like, usually I like my villains out at the forefront and very forceful, but Kairos works really, really well in this game.
We could have been magnificent together. But instead, we will have your bones fashioned into a scepter, your skin knotted into a belt, and your tongue fed to crows. At least crows know the meaning of respect and gratitude.
Fatebinder, wait. The Voices has been weaving at my loom for years.
What are you saying, Verse?
I'm saying that he pointed us at Crocus, he led us to Fort Squander, and that he wanted me to learn what I learned there.
She counts her points off on her fingers.
I'm saying that maybe everything's gone according to his plan, including this.
You presume we possess a more than passing interest in this trumped-up barrister?
He taps his scepter against his bronze beard.
Whatever our dear adjudicator lacks for, his rationality has never been in question. How are we to know that one of Tunon's students would engage in such ridiculous folly? Your paranoia delights us. However, a stint in infiltration has complicated you delectably.
You think I didn't work out your little plot? That I didn't fathom why my sisters got all mixed up inside of me?
Don't dance around the accusation, girl. Seize it like a lover.
Go fuck yourself, Archon.
Hesitation? This isn't the Verse I know.
We've both been here before, haven't we? I'm right back to the day when my sisters died in front of me, only this time I'm truly afraid. Maybe my idiot brother has something to do with it. The last time this happened, I froze. Now I'm more afraid of what happens if we attack.
Listen to her, Fatebinder. She shows wisdom beyond her years.
The Voices of Nerat is a terrifying, centuries-old mastermind, and neither of us have been around as long as him. That point seems worth emphasizing. I really, really hope you understand that he's going to hurt us.
It's true. We promise.
If you're up to it, then I'm with you. I've killed my share of gang bosses, and it doesn't take a genius to know when a leader is flagging and needs to be replaced. No offense, Archon.
She glances at the boys on the rat and frowns.
None taken, wretched girl. We have never been more proud of you than at this moment. You are everything the chorus strives to become.
Crouched in its wreath of green flames, the Archon of Secret's bronze head turns to you.
Perhaps not all is lost between us, Fatebinder. Perhaps you would be willing to accept a settlement of our grievances in exchange for the return of our fury.
What do you intend to do with her?
Invite her into our cacophonous hole, of course. Worry not for her, for we shall envelop her in familial understanding. Your sacrifice to our holy cacophony.
The Archon's words pile atop one another, teetering on the brink of collapse into meaninglessness.
I've never seen the voices get like this. It's like he's fractured around the edges. I know it sounds crazy, but if you gave him what he wanted, I bet he couldn't take it.
Wow. Ezekiel, what's going on? Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate it. Hello, I always watch your content on YouTube. Keep up the good work. I would like this game to have a sequel, but it seems unlikely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would have enjoyed a Tyranny sequel. I'm still holding out hope. You know, I feel like anything is possible now that they're paired with Microsoft money, even though, frankly, being paired with Microsoft money doesn't seem to be all as it was chalked up to be earlier. But I'm still holding out hope for Pillars of Eternity 3 and maybe one day Tyranny 2 as well. We'll see, hopefully. No Diddy. Poor choice of words. Guards may be able to proclaim edicts, but the game hints that secrecy is actually their favorite weapon. Yep, absolutely. Raphael, what's going on, man? How are you? I just finished this game. Played my main as mage and had a party full of mages. Lantry, Ebb, and Siren. Kicked ass greatly. Man, that's awesome. So who did you use as a tank? Well, I guess Siren actually could be used as a tank in that group. That's super, super cool. Okay. Yeah, if I played this game again, I would definitely go the mage route. I don't know if my whole party would be mages, but I would definitely want myself to be a mage for sure. Just so you know, what's going on, dude? I can't read your name or whatever it is, but glad you're here. Glad you've been enjoying the content. Just so you know, you have sparked a desire in me to finally move to a new genre of games. Many thanks. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're into CRPGs a little bit more now? Glad to hear it. Which one are you playing? Give him her. No, I'm not giving over verse. You crazy? That's definitely not happening. It's fun to be an anarchist because I could not entirely agree with any other faction, so I just kicked their asses. Yeah, this is an anarchist run. If I'd play the game again, I would unite the tiers, probably, just to see what that's like. I was encouraged a choice that caused most harm. Oh, you know I know that, Threed. Are any of y'all looking forward to that Outer Worlds 2? Not really, to be honest with you. I don't remember being all that impressed with Outer Worlds, but I played Outer Worlds before it got all that DLC, and my understanding is the DLC added a ton of content, both in the actual DLC, but also in the base game as well. And so it's possible the base game is much better than what I remember. I definitely plan to stream it for the channel when we get closer to whenever Outer Worlds 2 is going to be released, and I'll be able to make a better judgment about how I feel regarding that game. Pillars 3 be heaven, even though I haven't finished Pillars 2. What's going on, Magic? How are you? Yeah, I'm really, really hoping for Pillars 3. That's kind of the reason why I'm riding so hard for Avowed. Like, Avowed, you know, it just looks okay to me, but I'm really hoping that if Avowed does well, it puts us as a lock for getting a Pillars 3 game, and that's what I would really enjoy. And take away the stupid boat gameplay. That was in Deadfire? She wants to be with... No. That's some other friends you've lost. I'm absolutely going to be cruel towards them, Three. It is what it is. There's no version of this conversation in which I give you verse.
Sorry, voices. Looks like I found a new Archon to follow.
Shall we end his miserable existence together, verse?
Sounds like a plan to me, boss. I'll sleep a lot better knowing there's one less parasite in the world.
Our little spy is right about one thing, you know. You're going to die, screaming.
Ooh.
But your awareness will live for eternity, suffering within our magnificence. Attend to us, darlings. There is more than one way to skin a Fatebinder, and we will show you as many as possible.
Good lord. The boys are not ready to attack.
Come, gather around and watch us destroy the Fate Binder.
You're dead to wait!
Good lord. Oh, they're not getting involved. Okay, cool. And do I still have all my buffs? 12. Okay, so they're not gonna last much longer. But
Oh, you have got to be kidding me!
good lord.
It was just luck.
I wonder.
Have a
Do I need
taste
to kill his
of our
fragments?
nightmares.
Alright. Bro, are you healing and doing what you're supposed to do? Sure doesn't seem like it. You. Get that on you. Get that on you. Good lord, she's getting carved up. You know what? Oh, she's incapacitated. Damn. All right. You. For her, you. You don't have any healing spells you can use right now.
I'll tear you.
Okay, yeah, I definitely realized too late that what was happening. Did he heal her yet?
I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second.
Finally, just went down. That's not good. That is not good. Oh wait, so we did finally pierce some of his defenses at least.
From the record.
You're not going anywhere.
There we go. Oof. There we go, give him something to think about. How's his stuff doing? Oh, thank you for the $20 donation, Ezekiel. Sorry. Ezekiel Rodriguez. Yeah, there's two different ones. That's awesome. Let's see. Spectral blur, 12 seconds. Yeah, you need your defenses now. Why is mirror image gone? Is he stripping the bust we put on you? Is that part of the problem? That's interesting. You know, here, we'll give this to you. And, no, here, we'll get the weaker buff. Wait a minute. I just realized, doesn't he have the ability to revive? I swear he does. Weapon sets, talents. What's this? Watch of Judgment. What's Greater Renewal? I swear he had the ability to revive. I thought he did. Huh. All right. Maybe.
No, sorry.
There we go. Okay. Oh, she is getting absolutely massacred again. Oh, and he's paralyzing her. That's what's allowing him to call for defenses like that.
We are never alone.
Wait.
Fall before me.
There we go.
Now I have to kill you.
Actually, Lantry. There
At
you go.
once.
What do you have? You still have haste. She's got grounding core, but she does not have haste. Can you cast haste on her? No, you don't have haste right now. Here, let me get you.
What could make this better? Oh, right. More of us.
You stand before the breaker of
What is going on?
You see, look no further.
Fall before me!
Why does it seem like I'm barely getting through his defenses? And is he bringing in the same fragments over and over again?
Just getting started.
Okay, so finally his health has come down a little bit. There. Now, when I'm over here, versus hits 13, 32. Okay, so yeah, oh, he's healing himself somehow. He's healing himself. Where is that represented? I didn't notice that because the log is only saying verse hits, verse hits, verse hits. It's
They
not
hurt
saying
for a
anything about
moment.
you. Well, I'm not sure if that's something I should be able to.
Another scar? Fine.
What is going on, y'all?
I'll take that.
Oh, someone stitch me up.
Come on now, do not thank you.
That was just luck.
Okay.
Had enough of us. How about a little more?
Maybe I should just be concentrating on him? No, because then that's what caused an Lantry and then it gets blown apart. But he's bringing the same fragments out over and over again, which makes me think there's no real end to them. Bro, are you healing yourself like I told you to?
As you command.
Perhaps a change of tactics is in order.
Go.
Harsh words can cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Come on now. All right.
No dice.
There we go.
Join us. And as
Oh my God. I was not paying attention at all. She's incapacitated again, which is why she's getting lit up. This is so goofy. All right. It sounds like Rogue. Part of make it Angel Torture Crusader of Iomedae. Torture Crusader was what I was going to go with when I returned back to Wrath of the Righteous before the other archetypes were announced, and now I'm not so sure. Now I'm not so sure what I'm going to go with. All right. Yeah, that probably isn't helping all.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. Step right up. Come.
perhaps a change of tactics is.
Yep, we're just going to keep attacking him because that's the only thing. If we can't bring him down, then that's it. What is that? What is all that? Here.
If I had kids, they'd be feeling that one.
I just want to see if we can kill him before he kills us. If that even possible. So if you don't kill these guys, they're just going to keep coming out. Okay. That is good to know, though.
Plaything.
Die.
Yep, he's dead. So you don't have a choice.
Yield your flesh.
How is it possible that I'm not dealing enough damage? Like I've absolutely ripped through everybody I've come up against. Whatever. Okay, fine. You are doing damage. He just heals and has a ton of health. Okay. Lantry does have a revival ability. Don't recall if you took it. Interesting. I thought it was just something he got, but maybe it's not. This is my first thought too when I faced him.
Come, gather around and watch us destroy the Fate Bite.
Yeah, it's very much a damage race. You need to kill the Edge or they overrun
Come
you
at
and
me,
deal more
crazy.
damage than he can heal. All right. Fine. If that's what it is, that's what it is. So you... Go on.
Squirrel bastard, aren't you?
Help?
What is Verse doing?
That
And then let's see, does this work?
how it's
against
done.
So what, is he immune? Lantry grazes him. Lantry misses. Okay, so you miss with that, so it might be something that he cannot do. Now, let's see about this. Is he... Alright, so the songs work. Interesting. Feel like I'm doing a little bit more damage to him this time. Feel like I got him down there a little bit faster than I did the last time.
As you command.
We are never.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
You're going to have to kill all of
If
us.
this doesn't work, then I'm gonna go back out far enough where I can give Lantry different spells and give him more damage spells.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much
You help her out.
as I do.
There we go. You're good. Come on. Okay, this is better. I'm still not completely sure why, but it is. It absolutely is.
How about a little more?
Okay, no, I'm gonna say that for voices. There we go. Yep. I think it's I think because I was manually attacking with him, he wasn't using chain lightning nearly as much. And that chain lightning is making the difference. I think that's exactly what it is.
So few of you, so
I need to
many
manually
of us.
make sure.
How does
Yep,
this
he's down in red. I need to manually make sure Landry is using chain lightning and doing his part. Where are you? Here, hold on. I don't want to take a chance. So, he's almost down. Let's just go ahead and still do what's been working for us. There we go. All right, now back to you. And now let's do chain lightning. There we go. Oh yeah, so he's immune to stun. But maybe there's a different way.
Approach us, you
Much
insignificant
better.
little morsel. We would have a word with you.
Good Lord. All right. Appropriately difficult battle against an Archon. If you have a nuke button, I'm definitely going to start with Trickster for my Drunken Master run. Nice. The question is if I get to the end, if I go Paragon or not. Nice. Get some likes on stream while I say a lot. Thank you, Gifu. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do a terrible job of asking for likes. That's why it is. But if you're enjoying the stream, I would appreciate you all hitting the like button. Losing Siren kind of messed you up. Yep, I definitely agree. And I did a much better job of protecting her this time. I used the air effect spells here to zap them and the echoes. That's why Chain Lightning is working so well. While I avoid backseating, might I suggest placing an edict on the area if this goes badly again? That's possible as well. Immune to holding magic. He was immune to stun. I don't know about paralyzed. The mechanics are great all but the story. Yeah, 3, that's why I'm not playing Trickster. I didn't really enjoy the story that much. In the last DLC, they already say what will be the next 11 archetypes that are coming in Wrath of the Righteous. They released half of them, Ezekiel. So they released Drunken Master, Titan. They released, I think, like 6 of them. I got a video coming out tomorrow that will detail all of them. Yeah, it's on Steam. Oh, Potato Man, y'all don't mind me. I know what songs you have on Siren, but she's also a big damage dealer with the right ones. Raw damage is good. Yep. I have her focused on war and damage for sure. The Archon clutches at his robes, the tears of which shine with dim green flame. Say what you would, creature.
Whatever the thoughtless rabble may whisper about this moment, don't delude yourself into thinking you are powerful, that you matter, or that someone out there isn't greater still. We came from nothing. Our deeds defined us to the people, and the people knew us as a monster. Did you imagine we were always flames, voices, and secrets? Think on that. You Archon of misguided decisions.
I could never become like you.
Couldn't you? How much you've changed since this war began. Imagine if you subjected that same pressure to centuries of time. We don't have to wonder, but you do. You have all the time in the world.
Something about this strikes the voices as funny. He begins to laugh. Short bursts develop into violent, uncontrollable spasms of insane joy. The voices lets his hands fall from his robes. The very flames that defined him as a shapeless being whip into a frenzy, consuming him as they burn. You hear a distant, incoherent chorus of screams in the back of your head, but as quickly as it rises, it fades to silence. The Archon of Secrets is extinguished before your eyes.
No! Not like this! We were so close!
Is he truly dead? Can I hope that the monster that tormented me will never torment another?
Good riddance, asshole. Shouldn't have screwed with me and my sisters.
She kicks the smoldering pile of ashen rags.
So much knowledge was in that hive of a creature. If Narat weren't such a wanton monster, I'd almost shed a tear for his passing. Just think of how many tomes his minds could have filled. Though I suppose most of it would have been sketches of torture and fornication.
So what are all these guys gonna do? They just gonna leave? Interesting. What's this? Ooh, 2 artifacts. Gentle touch, masterwork. One-handed. Plus 25% to critical damage multiplier. Full target versus parry. Sharp 5%. Ooh. And final scream. Another one-handed weapon. On weapon crit. Raise final scream into the air and unleash a chaotic explosion of energy. All nearby enemies are pushed back, dazed and confused. Duration of affliction scales with the final scream's renown. This scepter has been wielded in the voice of Narat. So it's a scepter. Wow, that's actually pretty sick. All right, I'll take it.
Consider
Acquired
it done.
final scream. Thanks, I'll watch. Thank you, Ezekiel. Hope you enjoy it. That dude damn near 1v4, y'all. That's a V for sure. Hold on. He did call in a bunch of help. It's not like he was doing it all on his own. What's the pause about? Oh, there we go. There's a chest right there. Oh, just some random things. Bodies of disfavored commanders are proudly displayed behind the voices of Narat's throne. He's just making an idiot to bring back Narat's knowledge to the world. Sibyl, the once defender of Echo Call Crossing, lies before you. It is difficult to tell whether her fiery red hair ends and her injuries begins through the layers of blood. With all the wounds she sustained, a good number of them appear to have been made after her death. Palax has been spiked through his rear, a degrading display meant to demoralize any surviving Vendrian guard that may catch word of his fate. Thick, dried lines of mucus run down his armor, a gift continually delivered by Horde soldiers with bitter memories of the Apex campaign. Yikes. Through his rear? That's just... Come on, y'all. I know, y'all, he wasn't your favorite, but that just seems like a wee bit much. So wait a minute. These guys are just chilling, standing around. Now time for Graven Ash. Oh yeah. Why am I not running faster? Thank you. Who are these? Will not follow. We pack with no alpha. Effect dies. Humans flee. Beast woman's free to chase. Yeah, y'all can do whatever y'all want. It don't matter to me. You know it. Feels like there should be somebody around here saying, hey, you run the Scarlet Chorus now, but I guess not.
Yeah, no.
As if on cue. Most of the course was gone already. It didn't take long to see who was going to come out on top. Alright. So yeah, looks like Chorus is down for the count. Anybody over here? Yeah, nobody's over here. Yeah, it's all just regular guys. Alright.
Not happening.
Graven Ash it is. Archons are sources of magic. They're all OP, Siren included. We'll see how OP Graven Ash is. Iron Hearth. Do 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 do. Defeat Graven Ash's forces. Don't mind if I do. Boom. Graven Ash. What's this map looking like? Go up here, go to the right first, then go all the way around the left, and then go inside. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. You do that. You do that. You do this. I've got this. You do this. In fact, yeah, I should be doing that regardless because I forgot. Yeah, he's missing. He's got a slot missing. So let's. I'm in a lightning mode. I like the lightning. Grounding core is no. Ball of lightning. There we go. Can the ball of lightning? Yeah, it's gonna bounce around. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and give it. Does it need more eggs? No, I want the potency. The potency is what needs to change. There we go. 42 shock damage. I'll take that. Let's assign that here and see how that works out. Is there anything here that I really haven't been using? No, I feel like all of this gets some work in one way or another, so we'll leave that be. All right, let's get it done. Bam. Can you disable songs that you purchase for
Then step forward and be just.
I feel like I might not have been as discerning as I should have been in the songs that I selected for, but could just be my imagination, of course. Y'all good? Y'all good? All right, y'all don't have anything for me to pick up. Let's continue.
Look at that. Future corpse.
Yeah, this off is not for me. Let's do it. There you go. Yep. There you go.
For me.
Excellent. Whoa.
Damn thing couldn't pierce
Okay. He is getting absolutely carved up. It's okay. Our healing staying with it.
Hey, you won't enjoy this as much as...
There we go.
You got it.
Boom, boom. Ooh. Eoja's calling. Sigil of life. Really? Look at that. But wait. Isn't that, I thought that was the artifact tag, but maybe not, whatever. This stall contains spoils acquired on the battlefield, all of it neatly labeled and organized. Well, look at that, a bunch of places for us to rest if we wanted to.
Another battle. It was bad. Consider it done.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
See that?
Confront Mr. Ash.
You got
that. Florian, what's going on? How are you? That was all the time. Feels like it should have been somewhere around to tell him I'm the boss. Yeah, exactly. Slanter, you got any prediction wishes for what extra content some of the late game mythic paths going to get in the next patch? Well, they already said that looks like Devil's going to get something. So that should definitely be interesting to see how they upgrade that path. Beyond that, no thoughts. To be honest with you, on some level, my mind is already on the next game. I'm going to talk about this a little bit in the video coming out tomorrow, but I feel like, and obviously this is just pure speculation, but I feel like Razmir's inclusion could be a precursor to the next Pathfinder game that they're going to release, considering his relationship, for lack of a better word, with Tarva Flynn. I feel like
damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
they might be hinting that Tyrant's Grass is what's coming up next. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Man, he took a punch for real. It took a minute for him to go down. The production of new posters isn't keeping up with demand. Many of these bottles remain empty.
Yeah. No dice.
Excellent. All right. Tyranny is 14 gigs and my mod's over 450 gigs. That's not carried by mods. I don't know what it is. This is true. Skyrim is absolutely carried by its mods. But I've never actually played Skyrim modded. I'm sure that's an amazing experience though. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat the epicness of Paths if they make a new Pathfinder game. Yeah, I think that's going to be a real... to be honest with you, I feel like they get around that by completely avoiding it. I don't think they should go for epic at all in their next Pathfinder game. Instead, I think they should tell a much more intimate story, similar to like Dragon Age 2. You know, instead of trying to compete with what they've done in Wrath of the Righteous. I think that's a no-go.
Point me in the right direction.
The silence and cacophony tells me that the voices of Narat is dead, and I have every reason to celebrate. But I don't imagine for a moment that you came seeking my gratitude for a job well done. So, you see fit to grace my halls with your presence. This will be the last time. I have no wish to consort with traitors. You have held back this campaign against the Tears long enough. After I grind your bones into the dry earth, my disfavored will take back this realm for the vaunted North, and you will be forgotten.
Vaunted. The homeland is behind you. Only, oh. The homeland is behind you, Ash. Only death lies ahead.
If you are set on a course of your own destruction, spare the North your polluted speech. Gather, my legion. We will see this pestilence dispatched for the battlement of war. Fatebinder, prepare yourself. Teach this one a lesson. We will not suffer insubordination.
Harsh words will cause more harm than this useless weapon.
What the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
This weapon is entirely worthless.
Where's the ball at?
Add your name to the dirge of the fallen. This one has gone quite long, but there's room for
Not
more.
going well. Alright, first of all,
Pity
here.
you
let's
won't
deal with
enjoy
you.
this as much as I do.
There we go. Now deal with you. Yep, you're dead. Now deal with you. There we go.
My legion, for the North!
Okay. You heal yourself. You heal yourself. You attack.
Pity you won't enjoy this.
There we go. Here, actually, you do that for yourself. Oh wait, you still haven't healed yourself?
Much
said
as I
heal
do.
yourself. What's the problem? Heal yourself. Actually, here you can focus on anybody else is focusing on. What is going on? Why are you still getting completely lit up? There we go. We good? We good. All right.
You can't do that.
You just throw a rock at me? How dare you?
Not a fight you
Disrespectful.
can win. Attack, my soldiers!
I hate the way it lets them move, but I gotta stand still. Let me at least move around so I can figure out how I want to respond.
Right.
Oh yeah, that ain't good. Hold on.
You're not going anywhere.
How's your chain lightning doing? Yeah, this is a
I'll
great
take that.
No leaving till you're.
Oh, yep. And then let's do no, we'll do it in this direction, but you need to fire off. Oh crap. You need to heal yourself. And you give me a little help just in case. That ball can stand to be a little bit better.
Damn thing could pierce cloth.
You're not. Oh my god.
I want.
Please tell me Lantry's still up.
Don't throw your lives away, my northerners!
He's still up. Okay.
I will handle this upstart myself!
I'll take care of it.
Good lord. Okay, well, there's nothing he can do about that. What about you? Nothing you can do about that either. What bus? Oh, she's weakened. That's probably a problem. She doesn't have anything for that. So here, let's get you some mirror image, and then you can. I don't have a better healing potion on you yet.
I'll take care of it.
Oh well. All right.
I'll omit that from the record.
Where's Siren? What is she doing? Is she? Oh, okay, she's there. I just can barely see her. Okay, fine. You're doing that, and you're attacking there. Is any of this working on him? Ball's good. Nope, that didn't really do anything. Ooh, good lord. You do it for yourself.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
There we go. Oh, Siren needs some help. So I ignore her this time. And here, you know what? Can we get all of them?
I love it when they run straight.
There we go. You can't do anything. Here we go.
Bow before the Archon.
Somebody just took 78. That's no joke.
Die.
He's
But
almost
bow.
down. He's almost down. He's almost down. Let's not get sloppy right now, shall we? Good lord. Okay, she's back up. We're good. We're good. On try one. Wyvern, what's going on, dude? How are you, man? How's the Wartail stream going? If they did Tyrant's Grass, they got to add the Mortal Usher Prestige class. Don't know what that is, but sounds like fun. Saw that bus. Yeah, what you're saying. I kind of crave, but at the same time, wants to be ordinary after that. This is a good point, but again, I feel like they can mass submit the pass. I greatly enjoyed the more grounded elements they had in Kingmaker. Kingmaker was amazing. Like, unfortunately, it was buggy, and the kingdom management could have used some work. The time aspect of it, I hate it, but I definitely agree. The grounded aspects of Kingmaker were fantastic. The NPCs are voiced by people chatting. As long as it's funny, I don't care who wins. There are plenty of lower power adventure paths they could go with that aren't as grand as the Save the World plot. Yep. I feel the same way about Shackled, the pirate option. I feel like that's much more grounded as well and would serve as a good follow-up. Hope that Starfield gets a Skyrim treatment once the mod tools are out. I suspect not, though. I don't think it has enough people who are interested in it. Did you? I'm sorry, I can't remember if we talked about this. Did you ever finish Starfield? Like, did you like it by the time you got through it? Raven living up to his name by standing behind all his troops while they get blended. Having a lot of fun with War Tales. Really? Okay, you're enjoying it. So I heard that War Tales is kind of light on story and it's really all about combat. Do you agree, Wyvern? And if so, what is making you enjoy it? What do you like about the combat? Love your Tyranny streams. Excited for Dragon Age Wars of your channel. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dude. Glad you've enjoyed the content. I'm really excited to get into Dragon Age. It's honestly one of my all-time favorite series. Time management really dragged Kingmaker down. Yeah, it made it hard to deal with for sure. Stricken, the Archon looks down on his bloodstained hands with disbelief. Beads of sweat roll from his brow and glisten at the corners of his eyes. Graven Ash turns his attention up to you. The last of the fight has left him, and nothing remains but the final vestiges of a defeated man.
A word, please. Humor an old man and his regrets.
Ash glances about at his favorite corpses littering the courtyard. His shoulders quake as his strength departs him. Say what you would, Archon.
You are on a path to incredible power. A path that I walked long, long ago. There was strength, victory, triumph. Everything an Archon of War should expect from a life so accomplished.
He takes deep breaths through his nose as he clings to life.
But there was also pain. Had I another century to describe it, I could not explain the punishing agony of my devotion. My soldiers grew to depend on me, and I gifted them my protection. But I also took their harm upon myself. I had the strength to endure for a time. Every gutting, every crushed bone, every death. I took it all upon myself to spare my troops. You must be prepared to do the same.
Put the viewer interaction mod in Discord for you. Okay, I'll check it out, Boss Page. I enjoy the ship design stuff, and there are like 2 interesting quests. Mostly the whole game felt like a missed opportunity. Good shell let down by dog shit writing and a boring setting. So you didn't like the main story? It wasn't all that engaging. How did you like the factions, though? Were the factions done well? Prodigal Dog, what's going on, dude? I feel like the fate of the world being on my shoulders is getting a bit tiring. I could go for a CRPG of just being a guy going on an adventure. Yep, that's exactly the way I feel they should go with the next Pathfinder. We'll see what happens. When I realized there are only 4 main companions in Starfield and they have very little content, I deleted that game ASAP, and still with the Bethesda Magic Jank engine. I think they're supposed to be doing another major update soon, so maybe they'll give you a reason to circle back to it. Go on.
Your rise to power is no matter of personal glory. It touches all who trail in your wake. When you ascend, you won't be alone. Far from it. There will be others who look to you. You will be responsible for them in more ways than you can know. Take care with those who follow you. Depend on each other. But harden yourself to accept the burden of their love. Devotion can bite deeper than any spear.
He looks to your assembled company with a mixture of sympathy and regret.
I hope that you are prepared for what comes next. Because
He grits his teeth as a fresh wave of agony threatens to overcome him.
Kairos will not make it easy.
His energy spent, the Archon releases all of his tension, and for an instant, his face reflects deepest peace. Graven Ash, the last of the great northern warlords, dies before your eyes. Seeing that one fall is like watching a spire hit the ground. Somehow I thought I enjoyed more. Verse frowns to herself and shrugs.
We actually did it! We slew the Archon of War! I'll document later. Right now, I think I need a change of pants and a good cleansing vomit.
After several attempts to write in a trembling hand, Lantry tosses his quill aside, letting out a long sigh as he paces in tight circles, shaking his arms with nervous energy. Incredible. I assumed he was invulnerable. I guess even I can be wrong on occasion. So it ends. Return. Oh, return to the smith. Ooh, nice. And what's this? Merrick's blackened spear. Huh. Peacemaker. Nah, worst factions in any RPG I've played. Are you serious? That bad? Damn. So I was actually thinking about trying to visit Starfield later on this year. Would you recommend against that? Do you feel like it's really not worth the time? I'm good, man. Got my finance diploma. Yo! Fixed my Mustang the other day. Gonna be a good summer. Oh, you gonna be the man this summer. That's awesome, dude. Glad to hear it. Main story is the worst part of the game. How's that even possible? I believe it. 5 different kinds of cops and a pirate faction. Whoa. Pirates are okay, but I had to headcanon a lot of stuff to actually want to support them. Just a few weeks ago, they had a patch to add a map to the game. Right, I heard updating the map was like a major part of it. These reports list all known Scarlet Corps outposts and strongholds, as well as troop compositions. It's safe to assume that Graven Ash has his own eyes and ears within the ranks of his enemies. Wow, that's crazy. That people have asked for since release.
Yeah, no.
Damn. That's more than a little wild. More than a little wild.
Not happening.
It's like the end of Demon Sworn and Lich all over again. That's the lamest part. Starfield is genuinely that bad. Damn. It's so crazy that Bethesda was screwed up that poorly. I never thought that anyone could get the jump on the voice of Narat. He outlasted most of his enemies and ate the others. He was this great bottomless thing. I just assumed that he would be around forever. And now he's dead. It's hard to believe, really. I'm happy, but he also gave me this life, this name. I hated him, but he was incredible, an artist. What I'm trying to say here is that I'm impressed. You've exceeded my low expectations. Do you think the voice is really dead? If we're being honest with each other, I have my doubts. The voices could scheme 1,000 steps ahead of anyone. I can only imagine he had something planned for his death, some contingency. It could be so complex that we might never recognize it if we saw it. It might not even happen in our lifetimes, if we're lucky.
What do you
Question
need?
for you. Nope. All right. All right. Let's go talk to the Mark. Your journey is interrupted by a messenger from the Mountain Spire. A short young man with a lank flop of dark hair and a surprisingly full beard. Ever since your issuance of the edict against your foes of rendering well, the Valley of Apex has been beset by an ever-increasing number of bane. The creatures seem inimical to all life, and the predators have the people of Apex hiding in terror. The land you claim will not be able to support your spire, regardless of how rapacious your tax has become. Give your orders. Hire mercenaries. Lure the bane away. Ooh. Request aid from your allies. Yeah, I got people who should be able to do this. You prepare a missive of your own, but which allies you reach out to for aid against the Banes? Stone Stalkers, the Court of Fatebinders, or lure the Bane away? Court of Fatebinders. You addressed your missive to Nunaval, Fatebinder of War in the Bastard City. And wait, did I just incur wrath? And request his aid in the Valley of Apex. You note that normally you wouldn't tax the adjudicator's agents with such a menial task, but you thought he might enjoy the opportunity to settle his mettle against the Bane. You suggest that Rogalis, too, may be interested in their study and could certainly add to the surety of a victory over the arcane horrors. The messenger takes your missive and leaves to find a bird to Tunnen's court. Reputation. Tunnen's court reacted with dismay at your actions. Gain wrath minor. Okay. Gain average favor, and Blood and Mark appreciated my ways as well. Excellent. That works. Starfield has to be not the worst game I've ever played. The worst game ever played is such a forgettable experience. I can't even remember it. It's definitely in the top 10, though. Damn. You have to work to get on top 10 worst games. It's almost past Forsworn. That's wild. That's why I feel people that are holding out hope for Elder Scrolls 6 a stretch at least. I don't think it's a stretch because I think Bethesda has really learned something from what has happened. Like Fallout 76 was different because it was a totally different kind of game, but Starfield is right in the line and the vein of the type of games that it expected from them. And for it to crash and burn the way they did, I think it has to be a wake-up call. Oh yeah, it's tough for Sword. I lied. I can't subject anyone to that. Wow. All right. I'm very pessimistic about Starfield, but watching other people play it made me realize I have no interest in a Bethesda game if it's not tied to the Elder Scrolls IP. I can subject people to Forsworn to have a good laugh about it. I can't subject people to Starfield. What's going on, LT? How are you? Hey, we shall see. A shadow steps towards you. The edges take form and substance, a familiar arrival. But rather than greeting you, the Archon slowly circles around, examining you with a discerning eye. Finally, he nods and stops before you, offering you one of his signature blades.
Think you earned me as your blade? I can see that you've defeated the Archons of War and Secrets. No easy feat. But are you ready to stand against the Adjudicator, the Overlord?
Take the dagger. With a soft hiss, wispy tendrils unfurl from the curved blade. They bite at you, swiftly slicing a sharp mark as the dagger dissolves into the palm of your hand.
You know what we need to do next.
Blood and Mark bows, dark arms sweeping wide like the shadows around him. His voice fades with his semblance as he seeps once more into the pitch of nothingness.
You'll next see me with the Adjudicator. Be ready to wield your blade.
You got it.
You've gained the loyalty of Blood and Mark, and in turn it has increased my power. My. All right. No, not this one. Mountain Spire, here we go. Do. My sides hurt. How does that dude sleep at night? Couldn't tell you. Anyone else play Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon? Still in early access, but I think it has some potential. Nope, I haven't played it yet. What kind of game is it? Who are we supposed to talk with? We're supposed to talk with Verse. As still as an owl on its perch, Verse stares in the direction of, complete Verse's companion quest. Awesome. Stares in the direction of Cacophony, a warm breeze from the east playing at the feathers festooning her head.
Fate Binder.
Almost no movement accompanies her subdued greeting. Verse?
I feel my sisters twisting around inside me, Binder. I can't tell whether they're dancing or trying to cut their way out. Or both.
Lore. Sounds like you're trying to justify your own tumultuous feelings.
Maybe, like, all this passion, this wild, frenzied lust, it's actually coming from me. I'm just giving it my sister's voices. Or something.
She splays her fingers before her, apparently taking a vested interest in the grime beneath her nails.
It feels like all that's in front of me is a gorge so wide and so deep that there's nothing to see but wide open air.
She looks at you.
Say we come out of this with minds and bodies intact. You've got the tears and the Overlord has everything else. Then what?
I'll burn that bridge when I come to it.
Damn, Fatefinder. You're sounding more like me every day. I wonder if the voices saw this coming when he tossed me on Law Dog detail.
She releases a peal of laughter.
The voices died. I survived. Somehow I thought it would feel different. Instead, it seems backwards.
Her attention returns to the direction of Cacophony. That's right. He's gone. We're not.
Is he? How can you know? The Voices has more years behind him than a person can rightly imagine. If anyone's ever dug up a way to cheat the Void, it would be him. What if that way is me? We know he was preparing me for something. What if he made some trap door into me? What if he's hiding inside me right now?
If the Voices tries to use you as a door, I'll shut and bar it. Permanently.
I don't know if you meant that to be reassuring, but it was. That asshole tries to come out of me. Don't bother trying to set things right. Just slice me up and be done with it. But make sure he's actually through first. Don't gut me just because he starts knocking.
She conjures a grim smile.
Speaking of, any suggestions on what to do if I feel him creeping around in here?
She taps the side of her head. Figure out who Verse is and stay Verse.
Now you're going to have me asking how I'm not myself? And don't try and turn me into a sage. We've got shit to do, right? Don't let me hold you up. And thanks, Fatebinder. Archon. Arcbinder.
Verse grins. Nice. Quest completed. Awesome. I didn't see quick save come up. I'm gonna assume that it did. Like Drake fans at this point will believe anything he says regarding on the contract. See Bethesda close it down within the next 10 years. What? That would be very difficult for me to see. Too tired to force jump off a cliff. Hey, do you feel that strongly about it, good fool? Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon is an open-world dark fantasy RPG for $29.99. Feels like good value. Interesting. Dark fantasy RPG, but is it turn-based? Is it real-time with pause? Like, what's another game that you would compare it to? Also, I took a Which Has Been Hotel character. Not really, but I got Alistar. What? We keep talking about the voice of Narada as some kind of 4D chess master when he's basically been nothing but a Joker meme all game. He comes off as a Joker meme, but the things he does are considered to be so malicious and well thought out that he's given that respect as a mastermind. And plus, you don't get to live hundreds of years without having some degree of intelligence and wherewithal in a world this dangerous. You gotta talk to Barrack, tell him Grandpa's dead. Yep. I wonder if he'll still stick around. You try to get Barrack's attention, but he cannot find the strength to lift his head and register your presence. His helmet is downcast, the iron around his eyes and mouth corroded into ragged slits that lack any of their former evident humanity. I had to kill Graven Ash. He didn't give me any choice. You hear a choked sob under his helmet, but it goes silent just as quickly. Are you still with me, Barrack?
Packmate is sleeping. Maybe it's good time to pry from iron shell, to carve claws into skin, and lick willing blood trails.
A tremor passes through his armor. Separate from awareness, it strikes you as the jerking reflexes of a dead nerve. You can't even tell if Barrack is awake under his rusted shell, much less alive. Barrack, let's be off. He follows you in a half-hearted fashion. Alright, let's,
I will return to our holdfast at once.
I don't remember where this person is, though. No longer blessed, so your smith may now be able to remove the armor. But where was that damn smith, though? Where's the smith? Ashes, Aegis. I don't know where the smith was. That's kind of annoying. Here. Half gate, secluded forge, a small smithy. Is this it? The secluded forge? This might be it. It's first person like the Bethesda Elder Scrolls games. Ah, got you. Okay. Nice. What do you like so much about it? No, I haven't played this one. Let's go. What's going on, software? How are you? Let's go. Reminds me of Deadfire a bit. Yep. It's made by the same developer, Obsidian. It's been his armor for years. I can smell musty. This big do this through the screen. Fatebinder. I didn't really expect to see you again. What with everything? Lycentia wipes our palms on our filthy robes. It'll take more than a few Archon-led armies to do me in. Glad to hear it, she laughs. You bested the Archon of War. That's an incredible feat, a legendary feat, provided the Overlord doesn't rewrite the telling of it. I suspect I know why you're here, she glances at Barrack. Getting him out of that armor is no simple feat. It's a part of him now, fused into his muscle and skin. Anything that gets him out of it, well, it'll be akin to peeling him like a potato. The outside will come off sure, but it's going to take some of the good stuff with it. I've given it some thought and I have a possible solution. I don't think you're going to care for it though. Or who knows, maybe it'll be your kind of thing. I'm listening. Without Ash's protection, Barrack stands very little chance of surviving the removal of his armor. That said, I know of a ritual to ease the process. It requires a component with as much sympathetically in common with the individual as the armor. In a word, blood. Because of the iron in it. Precisely. Very good, Fatebinder. What was the purpose of this rite? They used it for taking malformed armor off of the dead without further mangling the corpse. Only the disfavored are worthy of iron armor, and we bury our own with their arms. Then the forge-bound must be preparing for a time when one of those no longer remains true. Go on. Unfortunately, given the connection of the alloy with the Overlord's Edict of Storms, the blood will need to come from a ruler. Royal blood, enough to fill a tub, and what with Kairos' forces reaping the tears of their rulers is a component in short supply. Well, Archon blood serve? Perhaps in the case of Graven Ash of Tunnen, given that Archon blood might have any number of other unknown properties, I'd be very, very hesitant to use it. 100 Blood's name suggests blood to spare. Is that a beastman name? I hardly think that will suffice. What of the statue of Queen Lacarius at Edgering? How many gallons of her blood does she cry in a day? That's not a bad idea. Would it work? I'm well familiar with the statue. The stages wanted to pry into it, but the Vendrian Guard wouldn't let them anywhere near, save for those who fought in their ranks. Is it the bloody tears of a dead queen? A portion of the blood to be spilled in defense of Apex? And probably mineral-rich water? Given that the waters turned red when Kairos' forces invaded, there's likely a metaphysical, if tenuous, tie to the Overlord. It should work perfectly. If you can haul a barrel of the stuff out here, I should be able to release Barrett from his cage. Probably. Good Lord, you serious? Y'all gonna have me bounce around some more? Return to Edgering Ruins. Well, I guess we better level him up just in case there's a problem. Oh, you got nine levels. What was I doing with you? Allows Barrack to engage an additional enemy. Yeah, okay. Here, hold on. One-hand and two-hand damage gives a chance to attack enemies as they engage you. Definitely want that. Increase chance further increases engagement attacks. Let's see. While Barrack is in the party, no. Ruining place gaining immunity, no. Powerful multi-head attack that dazes and sunders. I suppose. Are you serious? Still not enough? Requires 6. That's only 5. What's this? Enemies nearby Barrack have their resolve reduced. Is this a passive? Oh, it's a passive. Okay, fine. I'll take that. This is definitely one that I want. Once per combat, when its health is critical, it gains a bonus to minor resolve. Then him engaging him gains a bonus to any damage he deals. Excellent. Definitely want that. I guess I'll take this as well. Definitely take this. The blade greatly increases single one-handed and two-handed melee weapon damage. I'll take that. Once per encounter, when to be defeated, delays unconsciousness for a short time. Makes sense. While spell effect expires, it gives a bonus to endurance, will, and magic defenses for a short time. That makes sense too. But we'll take this. What is this? Plus 50% bonus damage per enemy engaged. Yeah, sure. But the problem with this is I'm only engaging a certain amount of enemies. Allow to engage +1 enemy. This is +2 enemies. Like, I need more to be able to engage more enemies in order to be able to hold this, right? But, you know what? Maybe I'll skip that. You know, wait a minute. Why do I care? I'm not holding on to this dude. We'll just take that. Bad boy. Take that. And let's see. Wit, spell, strength, magic defense. Yeah, I don't need that. 14. This 14. 15. 15. Yeah, we'll give them all 15. And be done with it. All right. Doing well. Excited for next month. Elden Ring and Wrath of the Righteous. Yeah, it should be another good month for sure. Wait, what? Why does he still have that there? Why is it orange like that? No, he's good. I don't understand why. Oh, does it turn orange like that when he's almost about to level up? I don't know. All right. I want the new Arcline game so bad. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it as well. Should hopefully be really good. What? Oh, here we go. Edgering Ruins. Okay, cool. What? Pursue the Bane. Ignore the Bane. I'm not going to ignore the Bane as much as I want to because I feel like he's probably about to get shredded, but no. Oh, you need a rest, girl. What's focused? Huh. Oh, because I slept at the Spire. That's why. Oh, Lantry's gone. Oh, well. Why does I feel like it's not giving me the sound effects that it should? That's interesting. Looks like Barrick is holding up so far. He's not getting shredded just yet. Oh, wait. Spoke too soon. He's already losing some health. Ooh, more importantly, Versus losing health like crazy.
Yes, I did cause that mess.
No other way.
All right, that's done. Hopefully, we don't have too many more fights that we have to go through. Bing, bing. All right, here we go. It's so small, he can't be on any stealth mission. You know, he ain't wiping his ass. No way he has that kind of momentum. All right. Oh, so they got I'm
Not
back to having things I can loot over here now, huh?
Not happening.
And yet, nothing there. Fine. What's in here? Whoa, there's somebody in here. Shadow Witch. Oh, Vayner in here. Oh, that's interesting.
Filthy hands off.
Excellent.
Your death awaits!
Ooh.
Now it's done.
Excellent.
Bleed out, you little shit.
This is definitely a pure offense group right now. Even Versus getting shredded. I really want Lantry back ASAP. Ooh. You may be able to cross, yeah, athletics. Can we do that? I don't remember doing this ever at all. Turn. Oh, it's just that easy, huh? Nice. Yeah, I definitely don't remember ever doing this.
Have a look here.
Okay, excellent.
I don't think so.
Well, I do think so. Do as you're told. Let's go.
No dice.
Little remains of the small scarlet courts and disfavored camps that once claimed the clearing, save tattered tarps and the reek of old latrines. Yuck. That sounds gross. Its wheel sunk into the mud, this cart stands abandoned, bereft of the rows of weapons that graced it when you first came to Vengeance Well.
Yeah, no. No dice. No dice.
Are they really gonna make me go all the way across to find out that there's nothing else here? Yep.
Not happening.
Oh wait, no, there is something. Hey, thank you. Okay.
See that?
So not a complete waste.
Not happening.
All right. Nemo, what's going on? No, this game isn't new. It's been out for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it's a old classic CRPG. All right. Now that we did that, head back to the Smith, turn that in. Hopefully that ends Barrick's quest, and then go see Tunnan to finally end this experience. As fun as it has been returning to Tyranny, I am definitely ready to get back into other games. I don't know if I'll be ready to start Dragon Age Origins tomorrow evening, though. I need to install some mods and look at what I want to add to the experience. So, welcome back. I do spy a barrel. Whips it all right. A barrack into the wet. Plays his hand on his hip. He flops heavily into the vat without a word and lies there motionless. Here goes everything. Lysithea mutters and traces a series of luminescent sigils in the air as she circles the tub. The hairs on your arms and the back of your neck slowly rise. The vat begins to bubble and metal grinds against metal as Barrick releases a prolonged hiss. The smith puts a hand to one of Barrick's sharp spines and slowly draws it from him as if pulling a blade from his sheath. You barely make out Barrick's pained grunt under the workshop's myriad sounds. The shard comes free, with bloody strands of flesh dangling from it. This is just one more battle, some of Barraconin. Stand strong, soldier. You can barely perceive Barrick's nod, but his shoulders square visibly. Foam-crested red liquid slushes between the gaps in Barrick's armor, darkening as the grime and filth from his carapace mixes with the blood of Queen and Stone Shield alike. He shudders, his left gauntlet clamped tight over the space left by one of Lysinthia's past excisions. Chanting, the smith places a chisel to the side of Barrick's helm and knocks on it 3 times with a hammer. Each blow resounds more loudly than the last, and the third is accompanied with a sound like a blade slicing into armor. She places both hands on one of the metal spines crowning Barrick's head and begins to pull. He screams. The procedure finally reaches its conclusion, and Lysithea slumps against the wall, hair tangled and sweat soaked, hands and face red with gore. She releases a long, shuddering sigh as the energy in the room slowly dissipates. Clad only in his small clothes and a thick patina of blood and grime, Barrick stands before you. Heavy ropes of matted hair hang before his broken face, and long, twisting scars mar his limbs and torso. He reeks of sweat and feces, the stench coalescing with the heady smell of gore and iron into a noxious whole. Your stomach turns. You okay, Barrick? His eyes flicker up to you, brows nodding into a scowl, lips twisting to a grimace.
The dishonor of our actions has hollowed me, Archon. I may never be unsullied again.
Welcome back to the life of the free, you walking pile of... I'll have to dream up some new names for you, won't I? Anyway, put some pants on. I'm tired of looking at your... everything.
Well, isn't this just fantastic? At least one of us is free of their onerous overlord-inflicted headgear.
Yeah, I feel like Siren should have a similar quest to get rid of her headgear. When me and my friends got to the end of V-Rise and hit the wall is named Dracula. Nice. You still like V-Rising? You still enjoying it up to this point? If any of y'all play Stellaris, and is it worth $150 for all the DLC? No clue. I hate to cut this short, but I'm dead on my feet, and there's one last thing we need to settle. Our eyes meet yours. I'm keeping the alloy we pulled off of him. In exchange, I took the liberty of forging the sample you brought me before into an axe I hope is worthy of you. She pulls a long-hafted, bearded axe from the wall and proffers it to you. Its head glimmers in the wan light of the forge. Thank you, Lysithea, for everything. I don't need the medal. It was my honor, Archon. She plays the axe in your hands. It bristles with energy, a spark leaping from its curved blade. I'd wish you safe journeys if I thought it would do any good. So try to stay alive out there. Ooh! His portrait changed. Cray. Yeah, that boy looked dirty. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's get back to the spire. Snake, what's going on? How are you, dude? Inspire. Yeah, V Rising was a great game. Wish there was more stuff to do for in-game. Nice, okay. $150 is a very hard ask for any game. The only DLC is really critical for Stellaris is Utopia, since that's one that adds mechanics, hive minds, and all the exciting, interesting stuff. Really like Stellaris, but you don't need everything. Like, the game is still good without all the space packs. Interesting. Species packs and living standards. Nice. Mark, what's going on? Thank you for all of your videos. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying them. It's absolutely my pleasure. My first CRPG is Wrath of the Righteous. Then been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with a friend. Then completed Wasteland 3 and Rogue Trader with another friend. Currently playing DOS 2, same friend, and also solo Pillars of Eternity 2. Nice! So you've been running through a lot of the classics. That's awesome. You know, Wrath of the Righteous is getting some new DLC next month.
You got
Definitely looking forward to it. Oh, here we go. Talk to Barrick. The former Stone Shield. Ooh, look at that achievement. The former Stone Shield stares mutely at his heavy hands. Mangy hair hangs over his face, and grime coats every visible inch of him.
Fate but Archon?
I got no complaints at all, Snake. Life's good. I got no complaints. He crosses his arms over his chest and frowns slightly, the gesture apparently unfamiliar in the absence of his carapace. Lawbreaker. Freedom feels good, doesn't it? But frightening too, all of the possibilities. I remember that well.
I do not know if having the freedom to choose my own clothes compares to being plucked from the Overlord's dungeons and offered a new life in Tunon's service. But I take your point. The great general is dead. The disfavored broken. Everything I have valued in my life lost. And in return, what has the world gained? A stone shield who can choose to lay down his armor? At the center of this all, you. You are an unrepentant scoundrel. You lie, cheat, and steal, twisting everything around you for your bottomless ambition.
We cheat, we steal.
So you freed me of my shell. What of it? It only proves how little you value my wishes.
I'm not interested in your judgment.
As you have made repeatedly and abundantly clear, there remains nothing further to say. Let us do anything else.
He turns away. Turns to you, nodding slowly. A short sigh escapes his way for you.
What can I do for you?
To Barrick converse. Have either of you noticed that you fight particularly well together?
The thought has crossed my mind from time to time. During the many battles of the Conquest, we found ourselves standing back to back with enemies on all sides on more than one occasion.
There'd be a certain kind of nerd to appreciate Paradox grand strategy games like Stellaris. Has some overlap with the CRPG crowd, but they really aren't for everyone. Interesting. Say this as someone with over 2,000 hours played of Europa Universalis. Interesting. So what do you like about it? What's the appeal? When game devs have that many DLCs, it feels like that's just asked for people to pirate it. Wow. Imperator. What's Imperator, Ezekiel? Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Why is Barrick even with you at this point? He really should have left me. He really should have left me. This is like an example of something that I feel like it isn't really fleshed out. Because considering everything I put him through, he should have been just said, I'm not with this anymore.
The big guy here is as useless as an empty scabbard without his phalanx to keep him alive, but I move fast enough to compensate for it. And it's nice having a living wall of rusted iron I can use for cover.
I want you two to train together.
Absolutely not. Our fighting styles are incompatible, and any disfavored lieutenant will tell you not to join at the hip soldiers who can't stomach each other.
I'm inclined to agree. If you want to pair up fighters, there has to be some great passion or magnetism between them. We don't have it.
If neither of you is up to the challenge, then I won't force the matter.
A valiant attempt. I'm not as easily swayed by your courtly tongue.
Now, let's not be too hasty here. I say we look at this as an opportunity in disguise. Barrick, what of your longing for glory and renown? All across the tiers, people will know us by our carnage.
I would rather be known for my fair execution of Graven Ash's will. I am not above engaging my baser instincts. I will make the attempt if it means spilling the enemy's blood more efficiently.
I would have thought he sided with Craven Ash over you, especially given your relationship with him. Exactly. Considering how low my loyalty is, I feel like when I went to confront Craven Ash, he should have popped up and been like, I won't stand for this. Literally playing a Bavaria campaign EU4 right now. I assume this is about Stellaris?
Sounds like we're of one mind. Well, damn it, Fatebinder, but you got us to agree on something. Maybe there's hope for the fight yet. Eric, shall we begin?
Did they get their... Yep, there we go. They got their new combo ability. Awesome. I was wondering when they were going to get that. Okay, it was per rest anyway. All right, where is Landry? Here we are.
Greetings, Archon. How may I assist?
Add to the party. Let's go.
Receive,
Eric, you served your purpose. Landry, back in. Accept. And let's go ahead and get some sleep. Ezekiel, thank you for the $5 donation, dude. Imperator Rome is a Paradox Grand strategy game. Oh, okay. Interesting.
You got it.
I have never played that one before. Do you like it? Each one is a mix of role-playing, but as a nation instead of a person. Crusader Kings is more as a person, though, and intense management mechanics. I actually bought the new Crusader Kings 3, something like that. I played a little bit of it, but I just can't get into it. I need a story. And it's why is there only 3 people? What? Wait, what happened? Why
Greetings, Archon. I will return to our holdfast at once.
Oh, wait, that takes them away. Party full. Accept. That was so odd. Okay. Oh yeah, I was talking about Crusader Kings. Yeah, I need a story that kind of guides me through the playthrough. Like, I can't just come up with the story on my own in my head. That just doesn't work for me. Bear doesn't have anything on because I just figured out how to take off his armor. We just did that quest. So all his armor is basically a heap of iron that we left with the smith who assisted us in freeing him. So I would have to give him new armor, and I'm not bothering to. We put him in an MRI machine and sucked all the iron out. Basically. Very satisfying when your vision for how you want the civilization to function comes together. Much like coming up with a good build in a CRPG. But how long does it take to see your civilization come to fruition in that game, though? Sims 4 is one of the most pirated games on PC for good reason. Nobody's going to pay thousands of dollars for a game with all the DLCs. So that is lack of general knowledge about games outside of the specialization is something I remember being quizzical about in the past. But now I'm literally studying it in an academic environment. I'm starting to get it. Even people who literally live for games would not be able to play even a smidgen of the ones that are out there. Exactly. There's just too many. And they take too long to individually understand. And even outside of that, like, I'm honestly not someone who experiments a whole lot when it comes to games. Like, if I buy a game, I want to be relatively sure that I'm going to enjoy it. If I feel like there's even a chance that I'm not going to enjoy a game, I don't bother with it. And so, you know, there might kind of be the possibility. I haven't experienced some games that I would technically really, really enjoy. But I feel like, for the most part, it protects my peace and protects my time. I'm really big on feeling like my time is being wasted by a game. I'm like, I do this for fun. I'm not going to allow you to just waste my time. And so it's really, really important to me that I stick to playing things that I'm actually going to enjoy. What in the hell is going on? Why doesn't it show anything for... What is happening? Why does he have so much less lore now as well? What is going on with Lantry right now? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Let's rest a bit and see what happens. See what happens when we wake up. Because he's confusing me and scaring me a little bit. There are some builds that focus on the early game. Yeah, people in video games stay in their comfort zones pretty hard. Only friend games change that. Yeah, that's true, because there are some games where I'll play it specifically because I have friends that will play with me. What is up with him? This is not cool. I think I just ran into a nasty bug. And now he's lost a bunch of his spells too. He's got all of his items still. Looks like. That's kind of crazy. Lantry got super wasted to calm his nerves after killing Ash. He forgot a few things as a result. That's what it certainly looks like, but is that what's supposed to? And he's lost all of this. That doesn't make any sense. And it's only giving me... Seriously though, that's a bug. Yeah. That would make me uninstall. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to respec him. Let's see if that works. Let's get started, shall we? Wait, it's not even showing him as in the party to respec. What is going on? All right, here, hold on. Let me see if secluded forge. Let's go all the way back to the forge. This late in the game too, Jesus Christ. Like, seriously? Hey. Oh yeah, if you don't want your time wasted by a game, do not play Paradox Grand Strategy. Biggest time wasters that exist. You know what, since we're at it, since we're here, let's go ahead and just put some pants on you, buddy, because do we got some armor we can? Yeah, dying wish and all that. Here we go. There we go. That's good enough. All right. No need to see all the underwear. All right, let's go back here. That's wild that after all this time now a crazy bug will come up. Wow, that's a massive bug. It does. That he has some dialogue, not dialogue that explains this. All right, so let's see.
I'm on it.
Greetings, Archon. How may I assist?
To the party.
I will.
All right.
Be seeing you, Fateminder.
Okay. He no longer has a level 17, and all of his stuff is back. Excellent. All right, works for me. Now, let's find Barrick. Yeah, talk to Barrick. Lawbreaker.
So you freed me of my words. There remains nothing further to
say. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
What can I do for you?
We'll talk. How do I get the
At your
the other
service.
one to
What
pop
do you need?
up?
What can I do for you?
Oh, he's got to probably be in the party. Is that it?
If you would have
Barrick leaving, he's got to be in the party. Cool. Barrick.
What can I do for you?
There we go.
The big guy here is as useless as an empty scabbard with... I'm inclined.
Subterfuge.
Sounds like we're of...
There we go. New ability. Excellent.
What do you need?
I add Siren to the party.
Be seen.
Take out Barrick, add Siren, accept. Showing 4 all the way around. Let's check. Siren, looks like she's got all her stuff. Lantry looks like he's got all his stuff. I got all my stuff. Verse has all her stuff. We're back in business. Back in business. Going into a really weird choice of making Enforcer Slayer. Nice. Dragon's Play strikes again. Stop it. Is there a reason in Wrath that you can't take multiple subclasses? What do you mean you can? Like my sword saying can't dip into Hexcrafter. Have to take a which level? I don't remember Hexcrafter well enough to answer your question. Armorless Barrack is hot. Too bad they spent the entire time mentioning he couldn't go to the bathroom with his old armor. Yeah. Not appealing at this time. All right, y'all. Oh, come on now. Identify random plants. Sure, harvest the berries. Offer berries. Yeah, leave with berries. Budding rose toxin. Sure. All right. Yes, you can't take multiple subclass. Oh, from the same parent class. Yes, that's true. That's true. He's telling his judgment. Imagine your whole personality as being a big dude stuck in armor. Then you're not anymore. So he's kind of useless now. Are the Xeno weapons worth it in Rogue Trader? It's not worth taking a separate feat for them, but if you just naturally have the feat like some party members do, then there can be some nice options, sure. So you can't be a tower shield fighter, mutation fighter, two-handed fighter? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like I can't take two subclasses of Magus. I can only take one Magus and one Witch subclass. Correct. That is correct. You can only take one subclass within a certain base class. That's true. Oh crap! I forgot to rest. Oh well, we're gonna have to rest out in the wild. All right. I don't know how this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna. You serious? Why did he lose all of his spells? Whoa! It like rolled him back because now he doesn't have the other electric spell anymore. This is such a look at that. This is such a really weird, goofy bug. All right, Charge Fist. Definitely need some range on that. Definitely need some more. Not accuracy. I need some more. And now he's only got 197 lore. What is going on? You know what? We're not even gonna worry about it, y'all. We just gonna keep it moving. Just gonna keep it moving. What does that do? Plus 23 armor, raw, stolen, and it makes it deal more damage. Technically, sure, whatever. What is this? Armor penetration. I'll take it. Cooldown is more, and then yeah, like that. Sure, I guess we'll give him one of those. You know what? At this time, I guess we just gonna go all out with it on damage. You know what? We just gonna fire and ice. Forget it. Fire and ice. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. We're just gonna make it happen, y'all. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Aren't the ground? You know, yeah. We're just gonna throw this out here and give it some more. 8 meters. 8 meters is fine, actually. Yeah, you want to bounce around these different people. Oh, 56. Good lord. That's actually pretty. Can't we get mage and fire? Yep, mage and fire, and it's gonna full jump targets frozen and fire bounces 3. Yep, I'll take that. 190. Sure, whatever. Let's just get done with this. Good lord. I can't believe it waited till now to do all this nonsense. Rest is good for your, especially when you're here of all places. It's crazy. It's only a man should be able to learn other disciplines easier than a whole new one. I'm running a crime boss, warrior to arch militant, sword and pistol. Nice. For bolters and road trade was worth it, but bolters were busted. No idea if there's any similarity. Busted bills for alien weapons. Yeah, bolters were amazing. He got a whiff of Barrack and part of his brain cells went dead. That's what it seems like, doesn't it? That's exactly what it seems like. Let's give you some range, buddy. Let's definitely make it deal more damage. Wait, it's only dealing 21 damage even with all that? You know what? No, this isn't worth it. Sigil of Force, Sigil of Terratus. Oh, what am I thinking? Fire, yeah, you know. Oh, wait, no. He got like a negative in fire, something like that. You know, yeah, we'll take stone. What's this? Sigil of Distant Impact. Stone Spike. Guarded form, signal approximate, material force, directed force. You know what? 21, 28. I don't like that. 32, 45. Yeah, like these are 72. This is way better. This is way better. You know what? Let me just do another ice. Let me just do another ice and be done with it. We'll do the up close version. Here you go. Frars. Here it is. Maybe it'll be worth it in the end. We'll see. Oh, is this about? No, it's not. So yeah, I'm confused. But here. Whoops. Why am I doing all that? 210. Here, hold on. 200. 190. There we go. Assign. Here you are. Let's just get it done. Let's just get this done. Can't believe they waited until the very end of the game to freaking decide to bug out. That's crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. Imagine how long Merrick is going without a shower. Alright. Already activated. That's fine. And then, oh yeah, right. You've only got one level left. That's fine, whatever. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to complain. We're just going to get this done. Let's do it. No more proceedings will be held for nobles today. This is an outrage. We demand to be heard. This decree is not subject to deliberation. The officers will escort you all out.
Fatebinder, thank you for answering my summons. This could very well be the defining hour of the conquest.
The pleasure is mine, Your Honor.
Your manners do you well. All the same, we are here for justice, not pleasantries. I first want to make it clear why we've assembled today. After the collapse of Vendrian's Well and the start of the Civil War, it became clear to me that there must have been some great fault on the part of the Archons. We come together to root out the source of our troubles, and determine which of the Archons has sowed more chaos during the war.
I can point to the culprit and spares the discussion. Blood Mulch aims the tip of a crude dagger at your heart. This is the scum who brought down the voices. I hope it isn't your intention to arm yourself before a court of peaceful legal representatives, Commander, unless to offer amusement as Blood and Mark flays you for our delight. Kaleo offers an encouraging smile. He squints at Kaleo and slowly returns his weapon to his sheath. Tunin turns to aim what you can only assume is a stern look. He refocuses back onto you with cool stoicism.
Much has happened since I dispatched you on that mission.
Buff, man, buff. I did. Smells like Bear at the Gathering. Nice.
Raven Ash and the voices of Narat, the appointed generals of this war, are both dead. You were instructed with bringing justice to the unlawful, but you have clearly taken the law into your own hands.
Tunin hovers in thoughtful, accusatory silence. I acted on the Overlord's admonition that only one Archon would rule the tiers. Let's see what he says. Do not attempt to lay responsibility for your treason at the Overlord's feet. One does not establish rule through turning coat and committing murder. No one epitomizes enlightened rule like the voices of Narat. Blood Mulch blinks at you, then glances up at Tunin. Not that I disparage the Archon of Justice.
And you would be that self-appointed ruler. This court wonders what blood sacrifices your ambition will demand of you next.
The court has a serious problem to address. Your conduct throughout this campaign has come into question, and you will answer for your actions.
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought. The chaos you've sown everywhere is unacceptable. You cast yourself so far outside the established order, I cannot begin to catalog your misdeeds. For this, you have been deemed guilty and must be executed.
Wow. Am I not allowed to have a trial? Is that not the proper procedure?
The outcome is a foregone conclusion, Fatebinder. Your actions cannot be allowed to stand. But if you wish to make a mockery of this court, I will add it to your list of offenses.
I want to defend my actions.
Very well. If you insist we proceed, then we shall. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
I cannot in fact go on more than 3 days without a shower. That dude is calluses behind his leg. If you don't mind, Adjudicator, we are on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistencies require our input, we will add our voices as testimony. She nods to Regalis and turns to you with an unreadable expression.
The court has inquiries into your conduct. I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes. Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? Siren, Archon of Song. Give us your full report.
Of course, Your Honor. Your respect for a fellow Archon is duly noted. I thank you for asking me to add my input in this very delicate matter. I will endeavor to speak honestly and stick to the heart of the matter.
She makes a small curtsy and looks over at you.
After a lifetime of being degraded and humiliated for the amusement of others, the Fatebinder took an injured young woman and treated her as an equal. His behavior is beyond reproach. There is no equal in my eyes.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Scarlet Fury, you who sacrificed your old life for this one, step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor, the Fatebinder and I get along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for him, and I'll do it again.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
And if required, I can produce my travel log to back my claims. I have noted the good with the bad, and I think you'll find the Archon has been a force of order and balance. Exactly what you want from a Fatebinder.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Evidently not. The time has come for the Fatebinder to offer his testimony. You were tasked with bringing order to the conquest of the tiers, and yet you ignored your directive from the Archons. Do you hold the conquest as self in contempt, or did none of the ruling factions convince you of their worth? Though Tunnen maintains a stoic exterior, something about the incline of his head speaks of rage, restraint, and perhaps more importantly, curiosity. Supporting Archons who already proved themselves lacking would have been a waste of progress. I recognized a better way to unify the tiers. You make a better argument than I would have credited. If the Archons performed beneath their capacity, then I can understand why you sought a different route. Lethian's Crossing is under my protection, and yet you stole the Magebane helm. Without the arcane protection that I commissioned from the Forge Bound, the city is laid before the Bane like an offering. Why did you steal it? To be fair, a Fatebinder is tasked with using the tools at their disposal to resolve vital problems, and the Magebane is nothing if not a tool. Perhaps Zendaya would have been better served crafting a statue, but I will allow the defendant to explain. How good would a verse romance be, man? What a missed opportunity. Yeah, it would have been awesome. It would be fun to purposefully bring companions who loathe you to this child just to hear them there. That would have been awesome. Going to brilliant minds, 3 brilliant minds. You've had my head from heavy blows to helm for the defense it offered. My duties exposed me to endless danger. Couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore order. The helmet will be returned. Did not realize investment in Lethia's Crossing or... I did not realize investment in Lethian's Crossing or the helmet's importance to your plans. Forgive me. I couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore order. The helmet will be returned. It could be 3 or 4, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with 3. I couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore order. The helmet will be returned. You speak with reason rather than greed. I don't know why I trust this testimony, but I sense no falsehood. Very well. I dispatched you to the Vellum Citadel to deliver Kairos' Edict of Fire to the School of Ink and Quill, a punishment for their archival of forbidden lore and failure to recognize the rightful authority of the Overlord. Yet you hesitated longer than necessary in its issuance, warning the sages and allowing them opportunity to perform a ritual that preserved much of their heretical knowledge. The Fatebinder's actions spared more lives than books, Archon. There was little that could be done in the few hours before the edict came to pass, aside from fleeing with a handful of pages and the sandals on one's feet. The Overlord intended neither page nor flesh be spared, sage. Enough. The adjudicator rumbles, his gavel striking the floor. There shall be order as the Fatebinder answers this charge. I am really, really enjoying this. 3 here. Well, again, 3. I wasn't told exactly where to issue it. I thought it left to my judgment. No. The Archon of Secrets claimed to have spies among the sages. He personally requested time for them to escape. As I had no strict deadline for delivering the edict, I honored his request. Possible. The Vellum Citadel and the Thousand Tomes housed within were the edict's target. Even with warning, the sages could only remove a tiny fraction of them. The sages could be broken without consigning them all to death. What? Turn in and let your friends be character witnesses. You should have brought your parents to the trials. Spies among the sages. On his request. I'm gonna go with 2 because if Kairos wanted the tomes destroyed, it's not up to me to say, well, a tiny fraction of them leaving is okay. But Archon of Secrets claimed to have spies among the sages. He personally requested time for them to escape. As I had no strict deadline for delivering the edict, I honored his request. Loyalty with Seren. Yes, blame the bronze-headed bastard, Seren whispers gleefully. Narat's such a believable scapegoat, you basically have to throw it to the wolves. The adjudicator silently considers this. The request of an Archon could certainly buy a few hours reprieve from an edict if the circumstances warranted it. He nods slowly. You showed appropriate judgment in this situation, though I harbor suspicions of the Archon's motives for the entreaty. You resolve Kairos' Edict of Storms with legal contrivance. What's more, you spare Stalwart's ruling bloodline, circumventing the edict's very purpose. Did you think the Overlord's fury was a riddle for you to unravel? Kairos didn't intend for the edict to last forever. The edict was mine to break however I wished. If the Overlord's will can be overcome by a legal loophole, don't you see the implication? Kairos is fallible. That's probably not the way to go. Damn, or it could be the way to go. Good Lord. I really, really like this, but it's making me pause. Making me pause. But you say for the power. This all sounds like a good playthrough. Not even. Kit, what's going on? How are you? She says, just unable to be evil. He's such a sweetheart. This was actually an evil, cruel playthrough. I massacred a ton of people. A ton of people. I agree, 3 probably won. Yeah, let's go with it. Kairos didn't intend for the edict to last forever. No, indeed, but there were conditions to be met, and you cheated them. You subverted the Overlord's will. Nope, I should have picked 3. God dog it. Well, it's a suit your design. That cannot be tolerated. You have the Silent Archive in your possession, a repository of forbidden lore the likes of which few in the North have ever comprehended. How did you speak to this clear breach of Kairos' law? I believe it contained information vital to our investigations. The education of the court alone was insufficient for this task. Was I not tasked with restoring order? I needed every resource at my disposal. As a trusted servant of the court, I am the only one responsible enough to handle forbidden lore. The archive is a testament to the hubris of the Tears. I claimed it for posterity and the glory of Kairos. You don't know if I've ever comprehended. A lot of time, I needed every resource at my disposal. The archive is a testament to the hubris of the Tears. I claimed it for posterity and the glory of Kairos. Let's see what he thinks of that. Glory of Kairos. There's no source like a primary source. The ever-present scratching of quill on parchment pauses as Lantry glances up. As the binder suggests, the archive is a testament to how the sages should have seen the patterns of history and should have seen the inevitable rise of Kairos. It is not a repository of knowledge. It is a trophy of your enemy's repeated inability to learn from history. The law remains violated, regardless of the intent of the violator. Darkness rises from behind the Archon. Historical document or not, the Silent Archive betrays its own heresy, and that of those who possess it. You enter the old walls, a clear violation of Kairos' law. How do you answer for this perversion of justice? Do you think yourself above the law? It was necessary to complete my trials. The law stood in the path of justice. They were open and available for plunder. My only trespass came in pursuit of trespass that I might punish their... Does Archon's privilege not grant an Archon the right to administrate their domain as they see fit? Do not my spires rise from the old walls? Do not my senses flow through them? I want to know what he says. Yeah, so number 5. The adjudicator's head declines slightly as he listens. A long moment of silence follows. An interesting premise, albeit one that assumes a great deal about your station and the spires. At the city of Halfgate, you killed the garrison chorusmen who lawfully claimed it. A dozen of Kairos' servants bloodied the streets in your wake. I don't remember that at all, but I'm sure he's right. Misery and her crew were weak. I threshed the chaff from the wheat. They attacked me and hence violated Kairos' peace. I defended myself appropriately. Yeah, 2. They attacked me and hence violated Kairos' peace. I defended myself appropriately. The adjudicator nods. I suspected as much. A pity you could not do so without eradicating Kairos' presence in the town.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake? Or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
I will point out here, if you're successful here in trial, Blade and Mark turns on you regardless. Yeah, I remember reading something about that, so I want him on my side. I might have to purposefully fail it. We'll see. You expect me to remember everyone I kill? Exactly. Some random people in some random city? Psh, whatever, dude. Before they turn it, and I was prepared for that eventuality. I enjoyed the conquest, but I'm not serious with other fail. You credit me with starting a civil war adjudicator. I'm flattered. I recognized the Archon's corruption from the start. It was only a matter of time before they turned on each other, and I was prepared for that eventuality.
If you anticipated a failure on this scale, you should have informed me, or else worked to avoid it rather than pit combatants against each other. I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Kairos' peace is a lie. The Overlord holds dominion because we are ignorant to alternatives. The better Overlord stands before you, ready to define justice as he sees fit.
Blasphemy. To foul the air of this court with such language is an abomination. After weighing the charges, this court finds you guilty of all charges. It is this court's opinion that you are a seditious mastermind, a scheming derelict, and a traitor bent on sowing the destruction of the Northern Empire. The sentence is death.
We shall see about that, adjudicator.
Hubris in the face of annihilation. My court and the world at large are better rid of you, wretched thing. Blood and Mark, execute him.
Shadows pool and merge briskly together. Long wisp like blades billow, twist, and snap as Blood and Mark emerges from the coalescing darkness. Against the expectations of the room, his deadly focus falls not to you, but to Tunnan.
Forgive me, adjudicator, but this dagger now cuts for another Archon. I'm going to slice you from throat to thigh and bleed your insides out, but I'll make it quick.
The Archon of Justice floats with utter equipoise and iron grace, stolid and unmoving in the face of Blood and Mark's attack. A myriad of shadow doubles converge on the Archon, darting, slicing, and skewering with dripping black blades as deadly as they are immaterial, but the adjudicator makes no move to dodge. Instead, he merely snatches one by the throat and lifts it high before him. The shadow immediately begins to seep and dissolve into nothingness, slipping with a hiss through black-gloved fingers. But before it can escape, the adjudicator slams the half of his gavel against the ground, rocking the court with a staggering shockwave of raw power. A blindingly white light flares from the head of the gavel, and the wispy, thrashing shadow in Tunnan's grip snaps harshly into the very solid form of Blood and Mark, sneering with pain as every last shadow in the room burns hotly away.
A cur, believing he has severed his leash, would bite at his own master's hand. I see I must bring you to heel, yet again.
Removed the binding of shadows. You have no hold on me. Adjudicator, who taught you?
He chokes and writhes against Tunnan's grip, but every dagger he draws dissipates in the harsh glare of light. His skin burns and his clothes smoke, and finally a jagged cry escapes his throat.
Did you think the Overlord favored you because she spared you once? Did you believe that she would one day allow you to defeat me? That she would entrust you to me with no sound means for discipline?
Sorry, kid. Can't help you after all. Don't worry. Won't die.
Be gone, and reflect upon the consequence of your choices, Archon of Shadows. Suffer in a state of endless illumination until I deem you have corrected your misbehavior.
Gain Blood and Mark loyalty and have him turn on Tunnan the adjudicator.
You bring disgrace to your very station.
Damn.
To find such impertinence in my very court. All will be punished in due time. You, Fatebinder, will be the first.
Even behind Tunnan's mask of resolve, you know that behind it lies a man of trembling anger. He slams his staff to the ground. For me, it was a Tuesday. Guilty as charged. What's going on, GM? Is this the final boss? Was watching the VODs. Yep. This is the very, very last one. Okay, so true to their word, these guys, the ones are not going to get involved. That's awesome. All right, how are we looking on the buffs? All right, buffs are gone. Plus 20% fire damage on hit. That's interesting. She should do that. You move back. You move back. And then you, let's go ahead and make sure we put your stuff on you. Let's make sure you still got haste, right? You do. Haste on you. Okay. And then we can go ahead and do a charge fist on you. And then he can go ahead and put haste on you.
Nobody heard that, right?
There we go. And then you can get one of these spikes. Looks like you've already lost some health. That's fantastic, but we're not gonna
Consider it done.
Oh wait, you got your health right back up. I don't know how you did that, but we will work it out. Brother's gonna work it out. And here, we're gonna give you some more. Immune to stun, and that didn't do a whole lot of damage, honestly. Alright. But something got to him. There's something he didn't like. There's something he didn't like for sure. Let's be a little bit faster with the heal, Shell. We've learned from the last time we really need Siren. She makes a difference.
Harsh words would cause more.
All right. Whoops, nah.
Consider it done.
Good Lord. He's doing a whole lot. Oh my God, are you serious? All right, that's unfortunate. And I still never gave her some health potions, oh well. Here.
Will do.
Come on now, everybody. How is her buffs doing? Oh, she doesn't have any buffs, that's why. Come on. He's almost there. Even though he's about to do something ridiculous. Can we get him down before then? That would be nice, y'all. Wait a minute. Is that something on the ground that I can move out? Oh, I can move out of the way of it. That was the problem. Ooh, good Lord. Here. You can go ahead and do that just in case. And then you do that for her.
I call upon the stone to consume you.
That dude was cake. He was.
You have learned much in your few years, Archon. Striking down our kind is more than the swinging of a blade or pounding of a mallet.
Bruh, Voices was way harder than Tunnan or Graven Ash. Voices was the real final boss of this game. No problem. That was a good choice.
There are Kairos' laws, and the laws that govern our natural order. I fear they often diverge. I have broken the laws of nature for too long. Life should end in its course. And this is my time at last.
Through the pain, you can hear something like a satisfaction in Tunnan's words.
Kairos is coming. An army swifter and more dangerous than Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus combined makes for the tears, propelled by the Overlord's will. Your efforts here are wasted. You cannot halt this advance.
Can't I? An edict issued upon the Northern Empire should do the trick.
Perhaps I underestimated you. You wield the talents of the Overlord. Better that you use them to end your life, because Kairos will dismantle everything you attempt to build. Good luck.
Tunnan raises his arms up high and looks at the ceiling of his court. With a flash of arcane power, the Archon is no more. This course is justice for you. No matter how tall you may stand, someone below is eager to watch you fall. If you had told me this morning we were going to slay the oldest living Archon, I'd have thought you mad. Sketching what remains of the Archon of Justice, Lantry's hand moves with hurried excitement. I bet he never thought he'd be done in by one of his own Fatebinders. His downfall will make for a most amusing chapter of the Chronicle. This is incredible, Fatebinder. We just destroyed Kairos' personal judge and executioner. If there was any doubt of your power, it is gone now. travel to the mountain spire. Where is Blade and Mark? I never fought him. Interesting that the rat was harder to take off. You didn't fight Tunin? Did you fight Blade and Mark? Is that the way it worked in your playthrough? Nah, I missed it. Don't worry, you can watch the VOD boss page. Ooh, Face of Judgment. When critically hit, foe area of effect versus endurance. Interesting. And what is this? Rule of law. Immune and blinded, plus 10% will defense. Interesting. Take that. Oh man, my peers all left, huh?
I don't think so.
We can't go up there? Oh no, we can't. Damn. All right, fine. Nothing to do but leave then. You gonna pop up, Bloodin? One more time? No? Oh well. Landry, are you properly ready to level up this time? Oh yeah, you got all your stuff. Now, this is preservation. Where's erase the record, place preservation sealed? Right, that's a... Yeah, there's no revival that I've missed. I'm confused about how I'm supposed to revive people. Greatly improves control life. Slowing their actions. Place preservation. The allies' health falls below the limit. They're healed for a larger amount, right? Oh, here we go. Second breath. Landry revives a comrade. Oh, I missed that. I missed that. All right, whatever. Whatever. Mountain Spire. Let's go. War between two people with idiots would be scary. They're basically nukes. Yeah. What are you going to do with those items? Nothing. Yeah, maybe they figured Blade and Mark would come back in a sequel. Issue an edict upon the Northern Kingdom. Yeah, I made friends with Tunin, but Bledden stayed loyal to Kairos. He wasn't hard to kill either. Interesting. He stayed loyal to Kairos in your playthrough. That is, it's so fascinating to me that you can't get them both to side with you. So fascinating. The waves of energy radiating from the spire draw you forward, pressing your body and mind to its eager embrace. At the center of this tide, the resonator stands ready to broadcast your voice, echoing your commandments to the farthest reaches of the tiers and beyond. From here, the highest point in all the peninsula, you could, with the sum total of your effort, project your will far north, past the edge of the tiers, and proclaim your edict as far as the lands of the Northern Empire. Turn to your companions. This probably amounts to a declaration of war against the Overlord. Ready? So this is it. We've come a long way since entering ruins. Before this, I was nothing important. One Scarlet Core's killer among thousands. But we're really doing something here. Thanks for letting me tag along. She turns to the edge of the spire, avoiding your gaze. Following your progress has been, well, one of the great pleasures of my career. You've shown yourself to be something greater than even I expected. I'd rather self-indulgent fantasies of being the primary authority on the world's most fascinating figure. I'm eager to see wherever this takes us, my friend. It's incredible what you've done to get here. I think you could take it another step further, and I want to be at your side when it happens. You were the first one who didn't twist me to suit your ends, and I'll never forget that. So let's finish what we started. This will be an opening strike. Perhaps the Tiers will conquer the Northern Empire. The Spire awaits your command. Select a new region. Edicts. Okay. I'm confused. What do I do now? Oh, here we go. Northern Empire. There we are. Hey, I've got one that I didn't have before. Edict of Nightfall. The Edict of Nightfall brings permanent darkness to the land. Plants will wither, animals will sicken, and people will slowly freeze without the sun's warmth. Where did this come from? Is this from, oh, is this because I have Blood and Mark's loyalty? And maybe this locked one is what I would get if I had Tunnen's loyalty? JV, did you get a different edict? Why, I get the feeling Blood and Mark sides with you specifically to spite Tunnen. Makes sense. Makes sense. Can you please proclaim edict of ice cream? Unfortunately, Cosmic, I don't see that option. Let's see, plus 20 subterfuge, plus 20% damage. Nice. Negative 10% perception distance and negative 20 accuracy. Yeah. Let Blood's Mark power resonate with the Northern Kingdom. Does this game have like an actual ending slides?
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Your edict brings devastation and ruin to the Northern Empire. Some believe the edict to be Kairos' work. Others hope, or fear, that this edict comes from a new voice.
Awesome.
Kairos' forces withdraw from their march upon the Tears, as they are sent into disarray by your edict. With none left in the Tears to challenge your claim, you fortify your grasp on the war-torn realm. The Overlord's conquest of the known world has come to a halt, and the whisper of a challenger to Kairos' power slowly spreads throughout the land.
Your Edict of Nightfall shrouds the northern capital in unending darkness. While some remain in their homes and beg Kairos for salvation, those less hopeful make for brighter parts of the Empire, seeking the warmth of the sun and wondering how it was that their Overlord could not protect them. As chaos ensued in the Northern Kingdom, the armies marching on the Tears received an unprecedented order. The armies were to fall back to the capital and ensure the safety of its people from the edict. For the first time in Kairos' great conquest, the armies retreated. Soon questions would be asked in a hushed breath across the lands about what new and terrible power had emerged that could force the hand of the Overlord. You fulfilled Kairos' decree, and all the Tears is now ruled by a single Archon. Your former rivals have either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. Neither of the Archons charged with conquering the Tears impressed you enough to follow their lead. You ultimately defied your orders, seeing a better way to gain control. Eliminating every Archon who dared stand in your way, you carved your own seat of power in the Tears, keeping yourself independent from the Northern Empire. In their pride, the disfavored never imagined themselves beaten, especially when their opponents appear so disorganized. The last remnants of the Legion dispersed, their general destroyed, their honor broken beyond mending. The scorn that follows their humbled ranks haunts them even in the depths of obscurity. The Scarlet Chorus may have been mighty in numbers, but that didn't stop you from thoroughly scattering them, cutting off the serpent's head and sending each of the gangs howling back to the chaos they sowed. How the remnants of the Horde occupy themselves without a war to fight becomes a topic for nightmares. Word of your success spreads beyond the Tears as well. Even the most distant corners of the Empire whisper the Fatebinder who rose to become an Archon, and an Archon whose intervention shattered the conquest, making way for a new future in the devastated nation. Without the authority of Kairos' Archons to enforce the Overlord's vision on the world, the fall of the conquest becomes a great revolution. Warring factions struggle for dominance, and infighting is a fact of daily life. Every group insists the situation is an opportunity for the Tears to rebuild as they see fit. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth settles around the Stone Sea, ushering a new age of verdant growth and prosperity. The country may never resemble the glorious realm of Azure, but with new life, many new things become possible. The memory of Cairn as a great force of destruction remains as a monument of inert rock. Most agree that the world is better off without the Archon of Stone, as the people of Azure begin to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by its power. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, you ensure that humans will once again populate the former realm of Azure. The Stonestalker tribe is gradually pushed out of their new territory, and those who don't resist are enslaved, put to work rebuilding new human settlements. The death of the Radix is a huge blow to the disfavored. Without the support of the Mage Guild, the Legion finds itself outclassed for the first time and suffers on the battlefield. By claiming Sentinel Stand for yourself, your renown spreads across the region and everyone comes to know you as the liberator of the country's most iconic fortress. That you claimed it for pride instead of any tactical advantage is a point of contention which your harshest detractors never fail to cite in their long list of grievances. To save her child, Amelia abdicated her claim to the throne of Stalwart. Lacking allies or a mission beyond survival, she bundles her baby close and sets off to find a safer, less warlike frontier and modest anonymity. I never remember how to pronounce that word. If the need arises, she is ready to protect the precious burden with her life. Though it takes time to recover from the devastation of the Edict of Storms, the Blade Grave begins a slow march toward healing. The realm of Stalwart may never resemble its former glory, but the land is not so blasted that something new and better can be built atop the bones of the past. The region bloodline is ended. With it, new traditions and legacies spring to life. Following Bled and Mark's direction, you fought your way through the Scarlet Chorus in control of the Vellum Citadel and found your way to the Silent Archive. By removing it from the building, you were able to end the Edict of Fire and also acquire an artifact of immense power. By claiming the Vellum Citadel for yourself, you treated the repository of knowledge no better than the sages of old, hoarding it from the deserving scholars and public who could benefit from history's most poignant lessons. You resolved to plumb the depths of the library's rarest collections, setting your every intention on secrets not meant for prying eyes. I think I also used the Edict of Darkness. Okay, interesting. GM, yep, I absolutely love Wasteland 3. I thought it was a fantastic game. Definitely on the list of games I'm going to stream on the channel. Wait, no, I used a Bad Luck Edict. Oh, nope, I didn't have a Bad Luck Edict, so maybe that's it. Say later, I would say under new management. Though the sages persist in wandering the tiers and gathering research, the loss of the Vellum Citadel proves too crippling a defeat. The scribes and mages seek opportunity away from their old home, a new refuge where they can start again, this time making sure that their knowledge doesn't fall into the wrong hands. By withholding the Mage Bane Helm from Lethian's Crossing, you sabotage the city's protection against the Bane haunting its borders from inside the old walls. Sensing the vulnerability in its defenses, an unstoppable wave of Bane invade Lethian's Crossing, wreaking havoc and causing a catastrophic loss of life. The few ragged survivors abandon the city to the Scourges, never to return. You allowed the Forge-bound master to live, as your life held no bearing on your greater schemes. With Ash dead and the disfavored floundering, the Forge-bound also fail, having lost their main source of work. Eventually, their numbers dwindle to a handful of skilled forge workers who only take commissions from the very wealthy. You attempt to direct the Bastard's Wound community via occasional visits and regular missives, but the settlement's remoteness and the necessities of your prominent position doom your efforts to failure. Without your guidance, the Wound slowly turns on itself. Patrols go unled and food without water, and tensions rise. Some leave, some die, and some struggle on, but no one leads a contented life. By enacting an edict on Vendrian's Well, you announced your power to the world and showed Kairos' forces what you were capable of. When you defeated their leader and scattered the army before you, it sent a message to Kairos. A new Archon is born. While the edict dissipated, its effect will always be felt as the first true threat to Kairos' rule. The death of Graven Ash means the end of the disfavored. Without the comfort and support of the great general, what remains of the Legion sinks into hopelessness. The Archon seat is left vacant, and whether or not it can be occupied again is a heated topic. Far from its place of final rest, the Northern Empire mourns its sullen son. Killing the voices of Nerat spreads the joy of bloody vengeance across the continent. Celebrated as the death of history's greatest parasite, the occasion is marked by all who suffered under the oppression of the Scarlet Chorus. Even in victory, one thought nags you. Though you witnessed his death, you can't help but wonder if the voices of Nerat is done with you. With the death of Tunan the Adjudicator, the bastard city threatens to slide back into its lawless ways. Keeping the peace and imposing a new definition of order commands all of your focus. You learn to delegate the responsibilities to a new court of fate binders, who lighten the burden and make the Archon's absence a manageable setback. The fealty of a killer like Blood and Mark leaves you constantly glancing over your shoulder. You gain a measure of comfort by retaining his skills as a headsman, keeping him busy with assignments that take him far from your seat of power. As the spans pass, you kind of rely on his knack for rooting out agents of your enemies and sleep easier under his watchful protection. Okay, so they do confirm that he comes back, essentially. Go to bed, brother. Gonna get a nap before the gym. Take care, Gafu. Have a good one. You may have released Barrick. Oh, that's a nice portrait. That's awesome. You may have released Barrick from his twisted shell of bronze and armor, but you will never free him of his debasement, nor does he make any attempts to liberate himself from you. At times you wonder if it was truly the armor that kept him filthy at all, or if it was merely the excuse he clung to for his regression. Angry and morose, Barrick brutally vents his frustrations upon the troops in his charge, quickly becoming the most feared and loathed of your drill masters. Barrick sometimes disappears for weeks without warning, always returning more morose and muck-covered than he left. The spy you send to track him on one of these excursions reports that he wanders the path of the conquest, laying to proper rest his fallen disfavored comrades. It seems an impossibly large task for the lifetime of a lone man, even one who so desperately seeks atonement. Though freed of his twisted shell of bronze and iron, Barrick seems little less morose. He moves forward from the Edict of Storms only haltingly, attention half turned ahead toward an uncertain future and half behind at the choices that brought him here. The Northerner remains dedicated to the oaths he has sworn you, drilling your forces and commanding them on the field. If he isn't exactly loved by your troops, he at least holds their respect. It seems like these two slides shouldn't have been played. I think this is based on you having a little more loyalty with him. In the rare times of calm, he takes leave of absence from your service, scouring the blade grave for the fallen sons and daughters of the Northern Empire and laying them the proper rest. Though the somber task seems one beyond the meager lifespan allotted a soldier, Barrick returns from each of these excursions standing just a bit more upright. Yeah, that one shouldn't have played. In the absence of the voices of Narat and the need to avenge her fallen sisters, Verse discovers something akin to a contentment. For a time, you find her high atop your spire, face turned towards the horizon with eyes closed against the wind that ruffles the feathers in her hair. It doesn't last. Verse disappears from your service without a farewell, and when she returns months later, she is trailed by a disparate gang of young women recruited from every corner of the tiers. Farmers, merchants, and former nobles hungry for greatness, all pledged to study the bloody lessons Verse has to impart. Her new callous sisterhood grows slowly compared to the chorus, but each member makes of violence a mesmerizing dance. Soon Verse and her cadre become the most feared of your enforcers, achieving a notoriety almost akin to that of Blood and Mark's. Lantry keeps a close watch over you, scribbling his account of your deeds and accomplishments. In his tireless quest to fill the chronicle with history and knowledge, he follows you even into his twilight years, and together you learn much about the world. You pretend not to notice Lantry's waning strength, though you find yourself pausing mid-sentence to let his writing catch up. He recognizes your generous ruse and appreciates it in silence. Disillusioned by your leadership, Ebb sets off alone to revive the devastated school of Tidecasters. The work takes a hard toll as Ebb struggles to explain her talents to one restless apprentice after another. Finally, she gives up in a fit of frustration, snapping her staff over her knee and making for the waterways of her people. To the best of your knowledge, she resides there still, avoided by the locals as a dangerous recluse. With no desire to remain in the company of humans, Kills in Shadows returns to the wilderness and seeks out her own kind. She discovers a haggard community of beastmen who abandoned the realms of Haven and Azure only to be enslaved by Kairos' forces. Out of this rabble of defectors, she forges a tribe, their nomadic ways respecting no established border or law. They raid villages and caravans when possible, glutting on the spoils and boasting of their severed ties with the human world. Though a large bounty follows in the tribe's wake, no human can survive the hunt for its leader. Hey, very glad I could be here for the end of this event. Thanks for the show, Slater. Anytime, Cosmic. Take care, man. Have a nice rest. This ending is longer than the game. I agree. Take care, Kit. Have a good night. Without the threat of the Overlord's control, Siren struggles with how to manage her freedom. Inspiration finally strikes her, and she travels to Tears, visiting the small villages ravaged by Kairos' occupation. She sings to the frightened and hurt villagers, bio their spirits and allaying their fears. Guilt for her hand in the horrors wrought upon the world by the Scarlet Chorus spur her on, and her wonders become more and more spectacular. The followers of the songbird grow in number, taking the message of peace and harmony throughout Terratus. By abandoning your decorated career in Kairos' military, you gave the Tears room to define the path ahead. The future will not be mapped by foreign ideals or the will of a distant autocrat. It is only a matter of time before the Overlord launches a retaliation. You will be ready to face it. Without allies, the winds are especially cold atop your spire. You await Kairos' inevitable advance, brooding over the decisions that led you to this point. Though the Tears are a friendless place, they are indisputably your new home. Man, that's a thorough ending. That's awesome. All right. And just as I thought, we have finally finished our playthrough of Tyranny. Hope all of you enjoyed it. Hope all of you had a good time with it. It was really nice for me coming back to this incredible world. Definitely worth it. But I'm also glad that we're done with it as well. I was ready to move on to other games. But again, Tyranny, amazing. I think Obsidian did such a fantastic job with that game. Really unique. Really a game that honestly deserves a sequel. So I hope one day we get it. We'll see. But anyway, I'll definitely be working on an overall review of the game. Hopefully that'll come out sometime in the next week. Not sure if I'll be ready to start streaming Dragon Age Origins tomorrow evening. We'll see. I think there's some mods and some things I have to install and update before I'll be ready for that. But regardless, appreciate all of you who have been enjoying the stream. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next stream. Take care. You forgot the other DLC. What other DLC? What are you talking about? Hey, why is my ending screen just showing a green screen? What's up with that? I wonder why that is. Ending browser. Let's see if I take care, Prodigal. Have a good one. If I turn that off, then turn it back on. I wonder if Stream Elements is having an issue. Yeah, because that's definitely not what that should be showing. That's odd. Nah, just mess you. There's no other DLC. Wow, typical 3. Nice. All right, yeah, it looks like you all probably seeing a green screen right now. I don't know why. You should be seeing an ending screen. I'll have to take a look at that tomorrow and try to figure out what's going on. Try out Darkest Dungeon. What's going on, Benjamin? Glad you're ready to make the stream, dude. Try out Darkest Dungeon. Good game. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to give that a look. Yep. Take care, 3. Have a good night. Take care, Snake. Have a good one. Glad you're able to join, dude. Night, JV. Glad you had fun, man. See you in the next stream.